welcome to the Black Club. I'm your host, B Note. He's your co-host, Easy Does It. Your favorite trucker's favorite trucker. What's up with you, bro?
What's going on, dog? They got them up in uptown I'm sorry, upstate New York. I just figured out because I always heard
Okay.
you always hear the term upstate New York, but I never really understood what that really meant. Like,
Yeah.
because I never really zoomed out directly and specifically on the map of New York.
Right.
Man, New York City is a small little piece hanging off the side of New York. Like the state of New York is big as shit, and
Yeah.
most of it is way far away from the city. So, uh, I'm in this little town called Little Falls, New York. It's halfway between Syracuse and Albany. It's
Okay. Okay.
it's it's
What's up,
it's a
Dwayne?
different experience.
Glad to see you back hanging with us again.
Yes, sir. Glad you tapped in with us. But yeah, but it's cool. Very, very mountain country townish. You know what I'm saying? Up this way.
Right, right.
But it been a cool little experience. I think I'm gonna be up here for the next week or two, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I talk to a lot of truck drivers, since I load trucks and stuff, and they say the East Coast is the hardest place to drive, like because of the traffic and the small streets and everything like that.
Yeah, it's very the East Coast of the United States is very
Yeah, they
you
got
can
it
tell
different.
that the
You
you
say
can
they
tell
rude in New
that
York City.
they hella rude. And Boston is worse. Boston is Massachusetts is worse than New York by far. Them the worst aggressive drive on the shoulder of the lane. Cause in Dallas, in Texas, they'll drive on the shoulder, but it ain't
Right,
nothing like here. It ain't
right.
nothing like here. I seen a whole line of people going on the shoulder of the road just to get around somebody. A whole line of them, bro. It's crazy. So yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's cool.
that's what's up, man. We got a good one tonight. We're gonna get into it. It's gonna get
Yes,
into our
sir.
first segment. Some news you can use.
Yeah.
Um, this Israel and Iran thing is starting to get heated, ain't it?
It's getting hot, bro. It's getting hot. And you know what? I seen this thing, this video kind of talking about, and it was an old video. It wasn't recent at all. It was like from what it looked like VHS tapes and type. That's how it got recorded.
Right.
And man, this dude was talking about kind of the Bible and how people, men of those super high up families and stuff like that, they really trying to act out the Bible like verbatim, like they creating situations to make the Bible come true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for their own, you know, reasons, their own kind of what's the word? Kind of tyrannical reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right. Their
it's
own
bad,
agenda.
bro. Like yeah, it's
But
bad for
but
control because they pushing this whole one world, one nation. You know what I'm saying? They trying to push to where the whole world is just one, so that
yeah.
they can control everybody at once without having to this, that, and the third. So I think this war is a part of it. I
Yeah, I
believe this
think
war is a part of
all of this that they doing now is setting up for the new world order that they trying to accomplish.
it. Yeah, I heard the dude in the video was saying how, um, dang, he was talking about how um the war it would the war the it's going to be such a crazy world war that and it's just ongoing death and destruction for so long that it's going to be to the point where the common people like me and you and are begging the governments to stop the fighting. So
Right.
that's what's going to switch it over to whatever it takes to stop the fighting. We just want to stop the fighting, and that's when it's going to shift over to the everybody got to be one thing in order for it to stop. In order to stop
Yeah.
fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what the
it's
whole
bad. It's
C-19
bad, bro.
test was about. And then look, so I saw this article. This is from the Wall Street Journal. It says Trump privately approved. excuse me. Trump privately approved of attack plans for Iran, but has withheld final order. So it says that he told senior aides late Tuesday that he approved of the attack plans for Iran, but would hold off to see if Tehran would abandon its nuclear program. And then asked if he
Yeah.
decided whether to strike at Iran's nuclear facilities. He said, "I may do it, I may not do it." You know how he respond with it. He
Right.
ain't
Right.
trying to really give them no
None. Nothing.
idea of what he
Nothing.
really gonna do, just in case he
Right. Right.
do it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But
He
the
just
leader,
he just kind of don't want the media having no info at all because of how
yeah, they
it got
finished
twisted
it.
up on him before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Said that Iran's leader said he ain't backing down.
They man, they dead serious about it, bro. They said America, you get in this and it's on. Like they are done taking anything off of Israel. All them like all that shit. They tired of all of it. They're not taking it no motherfucking more. They said whatever, however it's gonna go. You know how, you know, you the bully. You know what I'm saying? In school, in middle
Yeah,
school, elementary school, you get the bully who act tough for so long, and then it's like at some point, it don't matter if you lose. You just got to get something off because this person is not gonna keep doing this to you,
yeah, they ain't gonna
and that's
stop.
where they at. That's where they at with it. So they like, we don't care if we lose, if the world go to shit, whatever it is, but you're not gonna keep doing this. And uh, honestly, I feel ashamed that black people ain't got there yet. Not just black people, because black Americans have been there. The continent of Africa as a whole, I'm surprised that they are not already where Iran is right now, because Africa has been getting done worse than Iran for way longer. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
I think it's
that's
because
like
of how they split Africa up and made it it's owned by what, three different countries or something like that, like China, France, and
China ain't got nothing to
I,
do with it yet.
not
China
China,
trying to get in the door.
not
It's
China.
it's just Europe.
No, I heard China got a
It's
part
Brit.
too.
They trying to get their foot in the door. They starting to own businesses over there, but that's recent.
Yeah,
That's not his.
but
That's
they in
not
the door.
historical.
They in the door. What's up,
That's not.
Marissa? Yeah,
What's up, Marissa? But
but they
that's
in the
not
door.
historical though.
No, no, not
Yeah,
historically. No, no, not. Yeah,
that's
you
what I'm
can
talking
say.
about because historically it been bullshit. What China's doing right now is trying to wager like, hey, I can do this for you, I can do that for you, and you know what I'm saying? We can have common interests. But what France did, what Britain did, what Germany did, like what they was doing for the
Yeah,
last 200, 300 years, 500 years, that's what I'm talking about. That's what Iran not playing with, and that's that's what's going on right now. So it's gonna get hectic, right? I think it's gonna get bad, bro. And I really
Africa.
feel like not to
Af-
pivot into something else, but I really feel like if it really kick off and America get involved and they get in America, them Proud Boy people gonna use that as an excuse to attack us. That's what I really feel like gonna happen.
but I mean that little trend done went and passed now. They tried that little civil war, race war trend for about 2 weeks,
You
and
think you don't think it been you don't think it been that since we've been in America?
not to the extent that it used to be,
You
because there's a lot more people
you
now
don't,
that would go against it than for it. Than
but you don't think if because America, other than Pearl Harbor, America has never had a war fought in America. If America gets a plan with
or
these
the Civil
Iranian
War.
people, they yeah, but that's not another nation coming over here just destroying everything. You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on in
No,
Israel and Iran.
they don't
If
do
that
that.
happened right now, if that happens right now with this whole war thing, and Iran come over here and get to tearing shit up, like that they can because they country look like that.
Hmm.
What that's what I'm saying. If they come over here and say we kicking in the door and we going at y'all, yeah, I think it can. when you destabilize, this is what America been doing to everybody is destabilizing them.
Do you think
If
America
Iran
should
come
get
over here,
involved?
no, no, shit, no. Let me leave first. America can, cause I like, but let me leave first. Let
Let
me
us
go
build us
somewhere
a
else first.
city in Africa and get us one of the countries
And
over there.
yeah, then y'all can blow each other to smithereens as
Yeah,
much as you want to.
all the black people get on the Royal Caribbean and head back to Africa.
We gone.
Same way they brought
We
us. Let us
gone.
leave. Um,
Let us leave.
yeah, it says Iran does not recognize Israel's legitimacy and calls for the destruction, supporting groups like Hezbollah and Hamas. Ooh, Israel's
And they
concerned.
got a legit stance too.
Israel views Iran as a significant threat and has targeted Iranian assets through airstrikes and assassinations. So I mean, this is getting,
But you
yeah, and that's the problem. I agree, man. America needs to mind, they need to mind their business.
Israel is they big. It ain't man, ain't no such thing as
But
minding your business.
you
Ain't
know
it
why they
really ain't.
back Israel. The real reason why.
Because they benefit off them. It's what they
Mm,
call that.
mm, mm.
When two countries work together. You know what I'm saying? Like they allies. You know, they
There's
allies,
a
they
reason
reasoning for
why they
being
ally.
allies ain't shit. Yeah, they not shit, but nonetheless they allies. So if one go to war, the other one by law gotta go to war with them. Technically. That's what. That's why you sign these treaties and these contracts. If somebody play with me, you got to jump in, and that usually deters people from playing. But with this situation, they doing them so bad. The Israel people doing the Hamas and everybody else so bad that they don't care no more.
Israel is
So
ran by
whoever
who?
get in it,
Israel is ran by what people most?
Jewish people,
Hmm. And who are the people that mostly runs everything in America?
Jewish people.
Why do you think they back in Israel?
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
real reason is what I'm
yeah,
getting to. That's the real
yeah,
reason
yeah.
behind it. It's,
Everybody know that though.
yeah.
Everybody know
No,
that.
well,
That
a
ain't no
lot of
secret.
people don't. It's a lot of people that,
Who?
man, it's a lot of people
People that don't want to know.
or don't even search for it, but you know what I'm saying? It's still, regardless, they don't know.
I mean, ignorance is bliss, ain't it? Low key.
Yeah.
I've been
But that's
I've
why they
been
got the
fighting with
Black
that.
Club, because we informing them. You know what I'm saying? We letting them know.
Yeah, yeah. But I've been fighting with that low key. The ignorance is bliss. The whole mindset behind it.
Yeah.
You know, the most. I don't want to call them brain dead because I don't want to be disrespectful. But the people who don't factor in and don't concern themselves and don't worry about shit and don't think about shit before they do it and stuff like that, them people be having the smoothest time in life. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Just don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Don't think past 2 seconds. But they be
They be
kicking
free
it.
spirited like a
It be the
mug.
people that
Like,
it be the people that like me, like I can't help but to stop and analyze something before I go. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't help it.
right.
Like people get pissed off at me because I gotta analyze everything. I'm a nitpick everything because I gotta understanding is an important thing. And I feel like a lot of people misunderstand each other, they miscommunicate, just all type of shit, just based on not understanding what the other person is saying
Right.
or what they trying to say because they don't dive deep enough past anything. So I don't know. Yeah, the whole ignorance is bliss concept. I don't know, bro. They might be on to something.
That's true. That's true. I got you on that. In other news, Tyler Perry is accused of sexual assault in an actor's $260 million lawsuit. Um, he's being
Shit.
sued
It's a dude,
by a
ain't
dude
it?
named his name is Derek Dixon. Damn, that's weird. And this is an article. Look,
As,
and then this is an article by BBC. Dixon has filed a lawsuit in Los Angeles accusing Perry of using his influence in the entertainment industry to create a coercive, sexually exploitative dynamic while he was acting on the Oval and Ruthless.
And is this a white dude?
Is he white? Let me see.
I think I seen a picture. I think he a white dude.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, he white. You know Tyler Perry don't like black men. You ain't seen his movies?
I'll be wanting to defend dudes, right?
It's
Like
hard. You know, like I mean,
it be hard. It be hard. But I do want to say this though before we get off on Tyler Perry and how us as black men, for our own separate reasons, feel a way about Tyler Perry. Like I don't want to get it misconstrued. Like I think this is true. I don't think this is true. I really feel like this is one of
I
them
don't know.
like smear a black dude campaigns.
My thing,
Like I
yeah,
really feel like
that's
more
my
so that's
thing.
what
My
it
it's a
is.
lot of that that's going on, and right now, this is the new
Yeah,
assassination. This is the new,
yeah.
the new way to
The
take
new
you out.
public lynching.
Yeah, the new bug breaking.
Yeah,
And so I guess
yeah. Right, right.
the this is a
He getting
way.
too big for his britches, so they gotta hit him with something.
Yeah, 240 million.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
it's what they doing to Diddy right now. If you pay
Right,
attention to that
right.
Diddy case, the stuff that they charging him for, that ain't even what they talking about.
It don't correlate with nothing he got going on in this court. Yeah, nothing,
It's
nothing.
just a money thing. They wanted him to spend their money. He won on their lawsuit.
Yeah,
And this some Tyler Perry
because
probably done pissed somebody off or didn't do something he was supposed to do. And they gotta teach
or
him a
just getting
lesson.
too big for his britches.
Yeah.
He just getting too big for his
Get you
britches.
cocky.
Like, hey, is this the first? Is this the first movie that movie that just came out? That's the first movie that he produced in his own studio compound,
Yeah,
right?
it say Dixon met Perry, said he met Perry in 2019 at a work event for Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta. And the pair talked over several months about an acting career. The lawsuit states Perry allegedly made numerous sexual comments and remarks about wanting a sexual relationship and made several advances on Dixon, which he rejected. So yeah, hell, I guess he at his house.
Yeah,
That's
that's
bullshit. Yeah.
I I
I mean,
I
it's coming at a time
I
that people are starting to look at this different. So you're not just
yeah,
gonna be
it's too
so
much
quick
of
to
it.
jump on it like 5 years ago, maybe.
You can't do that.
No,
Yeah,
because
right. Especially not no white dude. I'm sorry. It's fucked up, but no, I ain't just taking that on face back. That don't even say no, no. I'm just not. I don't care. I'm not taking that one on face value. I need to see that one. I got to see how this play out before I believe that Tyler Perry was. I mean, now what is classified and what is seen as sexual advances nowadays? You
shit,
know what I'm saying? It
everything
really ain't no
breathing on
telling.
it the wrong way.
You know what I'm saying? Anything. So these allegations can come from, anything. Tyler
Yeah.
Perry could have said anything. He could have been actually talking about a role or something that, anything, and it could have got
Well,
misconstrued or whatever. Or maybe Tyler Perry decided not to move forward with him, and he got mad, and he
it's
wanted to just bring something up,
well.
some anything. So no,
Let's get
that's
a
not
little
our
bit.
beef with Tyler Perry.
Let's get a little bit more into it. We in relationship. Cut it. What? 2019. Yeah, we in relationship, man. What? I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that really means.
Uh
Tony Harris, proofread, fam. Like, what we talking
2019,
about?
2025, we in relationship. Perry offered Dixon a role in his show Ruthless, then later in the Oval. But the lawsuit said Mr. Perry made it clear to Dixon that if Dixon ignored Perry or failed to engage with the sexual innuendos, Dixon's character would die in the next season. Damn, that's fucked up. Nigga, if you don't give me that ass, I'm gonna kill you off. Nigga.
Why would he say that?
Yeah,
Why would he say that?
that is weird. That I mean,
Why would he need to say that to that dude? Like, if they gonna kill off a character, they don't have to tell you,
no,
and they definitely don't have to threaten you. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like Tyler Perry, I don't peg him for a stupid individual. So
but the
he's
thing
not. I
is,
don't see him.
once they get to, and I've listened to a lot of what Monique said about him too, And once he hit that billionaire status, they say he did change. He started to act a little different. No.
That ain't got nothing to do with going. That ain't got nothing to do with being stupid though.
Cause you get cocky.
In the in the clock now,
Think
because
about it.
you looking at Diddy. You looking at Diddy right now, bro.
He released
Tyler
the text
Perry.
messages too. That's right. Let me, matter of fact, once you hear these,
Tyler Perry is looking at what Diddy is going through, what Bill Cosby went
they
through.
think they
He,
untouchable,
I
bro.
don't see him. I don't see him going to a man and saying, "If you don't give me your ass, I'm a kill your character off the show."
I do see
That's
him saying
too
that. That's some shit that they say.
no,
That's the type of shit
no.
that they do.
He wouldn't say it. He would just do it.
No, he got to tell him first so he can get him to do what he
He don't
want him
have
to
to tell
do.
him shit.
That's his
He
way of
can hint at it.
manipulation. That's how you gonna manipulate him if you ain't telling them what you manipulating them with.
No, no. Okay. I mean, I'll I understand your premise, but I just disagree. Like, no, because if I'm gonna do that, like if I'm gonna do that,
Hmm.
I'm gonna hint at it. I'm gonna hint at it, and if you're not picking up what I'm trying to put down, then abort mission. And if I wanna punish you for it, I can still kill off your character. I don't have to say that beforehand though
Yeah,
to incriminate myself.
yeah.
Why would I incriminate myself like that?
He released the
I
text
don't
messages.
know. Okay.
It say, what's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy? And then the dude say, giving up my religious guilt. He say, yes, it's the exact same kind of card. I don't know where that came from. And he say, unfortunately, Derek, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that. And so let me see. It's a bunch of them. He releasing all of
Okay, what was before that though? Because it said that could be advice. That sounds like something a subject
them.
that could be twisted into if you cut it at one point or another, it could sound like that. But if you coming to me asking me about a situation that you dealing with your therapist or some shit, that's
Okay.
something else.
Uh, well, he say he telling him he haven't been touched in months, and he say, "Oh, you mean touching? I thought you meant by being around people." And he, called his name, and he say, I love that you only say that when I'm being stupid." And he say something, it's blocked out, acting blunt,
I
something
mean,
like that.
if I mean, I'm not putting it past Tyler Perry to be a gay dude, but I don't think he did was I don't him saying that doesn't make sense unless that is in the text message,
I
which
believe
I
dude is
doubt.
probably, in my opinion, he probably just mad he ain't on the show no more.
Yeah, now
And now
was
you
Tyler
want to
Perry
release
possibly
all of
on some
this.
gay shit?
So maybe y'all had a
Maybe.
relationship. You know what I'm saying, for that time period.
Mhm.
But it don't seem like,
Yeah,
to me, it's nothing like to where it's assault, sexual assault. So I don't.
that's what I'm saying.
This is
It
like a
could
money
be
grab.
like the very first message that you read was a response to something. So what was they talking about before that response? That wasn't the beginning of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
whatever they was talking
oh.
about,
It say Tyler Perry pinned him to the wall and started grabbing his stuff. And then when he refused the advance and he left the trailer, he stopped. He left the show and declined any job from Perry, including as to work as a writer.
mm, he pinned him to the wall.
Said he
Ugh,
said
that
Perry
just
held
sounds
it. He
gross.
always held it over Dixon's head, implying that his character Dale would survive if Dixon kept Perry happy.
Oh well, okay.
Mm.
That
So he
the
was just finna
nuance
take
sounds a
it.
little more
He
believable.
he 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 was just. I'm like Marissa though. I don't believe it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
just can't
mean,
see that.
I
Just don't. But I mean, you don't know people like you think you do. But
you don't
that just
know.
don't
You
seem.
don't know.
He done pinned the man against the wall, and you know if this man say no, he finna go tell it. You a billionaire, you gonna take that type of chance? It just
That's what I'm saying. It's not. It makes no sense to do that
Mhm.
unless there was already something beforehand. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I mean,
Good. Okay, so I'm gonna just ask this question to you and Marissa, Camille, everybody, Tony, everybody. What percentage would you give Tyler Perry of being gay, a homosexual or bisexual male? Just that alone. Do you give him that? Like, could he be a gay dude
yeah,
or bisexual, low key, whatever?
but that
So
don't.
at that point,
He, I mean,
you got to give some credence to not him, the forceful part or the assault part, but you got to give credence to there was a situation that happened and maybe it was on a sexual level, and because this person is upset, it's a smear campaign.
yeah, I mean,
53%. Yeah. So it could be a situation like that, is what I'm
53.
saying.
Yeah,
I would
that's
I
why
would give it more than
it's
53%.
like I say, with all the situations like this that's going on, it's like they don't know what else to use. They can't use drugs no more. They can't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nope.
cause
They've been hitting us with everything, bro.
and so
This
now
the
they
this is
go
just the
to is
next.
this.
Mhm.
I can see it like 50%.
Tony Harris 70%. That's
Basically,
more like about 70%.
Tony say 70. Yeah,
70%.
I mean,
I'm positive that he done did some shit.
oh yeah,
I'm
oh yeah,
positive.
yeah. But
I'm positive. But
seeing him
assaulting
doing
somebody,
that, like pinning him to the, I
yeah, no.
just, I don't know. He took. Why would he
He
put
might
his?
have. He,
Yeah, but it might have
he might
been
have if
in a different way.
they was already on
Yeah,
some, weird type of shit already though. And the only reason it's coming out as assault is because
he's
if there's
telling
a
it that
problem.
way.
Like, that's right. Like, it's no different from, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, how some women like to be kind of choked and kind of manhandled when you having sex.
Yeah,
Like, but if you bring that up in court
no,
and you say it, it don't sound good.
no, it don't
So
sound the
that's
same.
that's probably what it is.
Yeah, I could see that too. Where they was on that type
That's
of,
what I think.
they was already on that, and then he just
Right.
decided to make it a case. That's
Right.
pretty much
He
all I say
decided,
about it.
go tattletale. Just like Cassie, like Newsworthy was saying, just like Cassie. Cassie did the exact same thing. It's the same play over and over and over again. You was with it for a while, and now you mad, or you got exposed about something, or whatever the case, and now you gotta try to, burn the house down on your way out type shit. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's wild. That's how I feel.
That could be the case too, though, Camille.
Don't he own BET now?
Nah,
He owns BET.
nah, he don't own BT. It's owned by a white
I thought
lady.
he was part owner.
It's a white lady.
I thought he was part owner. Well, he got all his shows on there,
Yeah, he
all of
probably
them,
got like a
everything.
movie deal like he got with Netflix. He had like a 10 movie deal with Netflix.
Now all his shows, everything Tyler
That's what I'm
Perry ever
saying. He
came
probably
with
got
is
a
on
deal. Let
BET.
me see. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I thought he was part owner,
You say part owner?
like maybe yeah, part owner, like a minority owner or something like that. That's how he got all his movies and stuff and TV shows on there. I thought.
No. Uh he tried though, but Paramount Global decided to keep the network and ended the sale process. He does, however, own a minority stake in BT Plus streaming service.
That's okay. Yeah. All
That's
right.
that's
Something
the
got in
content
there.
deal he
Whatever.
got with BET Media Group. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's in the streaming
So
service. Well, I mean that's
so
shit.
you can pretty much still say he a part owner damn
Well,
near anyway. Shit.
yeah.
With the BT Plus, because everything's shifting. Don't nobody watch BET on cable no damn more.
Cause it ain't what it used to be. BET used to be
It ain't shit.
educational for us. It was informational at the same time. Like
Yeah, yeah.
now,
We got away from all that.
yeah, they
Yeah,
took
we
all
got
that
away
away.
from all that.
It ain't what it used to be. Um, K Michelle said some interesting things on Cam Newton. She said, black men don't create families like white men. I think I might be paraphrasing, but I saw the video.
Yeah, she was on the Cam Newton podcast and she was saying how she was uh she was comparing her lifestyle in Atlanta to Tennessee. I guess that's where she lived now.
Yeah,
She's starting to,
yeah,
I guess, dabble in country music and shit like that.
yeah,
And so she was saying how working with the country producers and stuff like that, they tend to, I guess, leave a studio at a certain time or whatever, and prioritize going back to their family. Whereas in like Atlanta, it's a party city, it's a party capital. So they was out, what you do in a studio all night making music. You probably smoking and drinking and kicking it and all type of shit going on. So um she kind of threw black dudes under the bus over and over again. Um it's I think she's comparing two kind of polar opposite genres of music and saying these are cultures of people. And I
right.
think that's fucked up. She dead ass wrong for that. Like she's comparing country artists and a country music genre and what they talk about and sing about to rap and what they talk about, sing about what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't compare it to R&B, which is that's what country is the basically the hillbilly R&B to a degree. You know what I'm saying? If you want to call it that, or a white person's R&B, but or love song, love music, whatever. But yeah, she compared that, and she was real disrespectful to black people, and she basically she mentioned women a little bit, but she basically put all the onus on black men or not creating homes and not staying in the home with their children.
Yeah,
Like the same old black men don't take care of their kids trope that they've been going with for the last 50 years. That's basically what she was trying to stick to. And it's like, I think that's fucked up because again, if you're looking at divorce statistics alone, who's leaving divorces more than anybody?
women 70%.
Like you can even look at the hierarchy of, same sex and opposite sex marriages. Who leads in same sex divorce?
Yeah,
They divorce each other just as much as men. Like men try to stick it out. Like, well, decent men, good men. Like it's some fucked up dudes out there. I don't
I-
ever want to try to gloss over that. There's plenty of deadbeat niggas. I don't ever want to gloss over that. But I'm just talking about like I think we had hit a pinnacle of strong black men,
Mhm.
and it all went to shit when we started pulling black men out of the house. So
But a lot of
I
that was
mean,
choices we made too. I mean, the
yeah,
thing is, like in a way, I feel like she got a point, but then like you say, a lot of it today in modern times is more women that's divorcing
it
men.
shifted.
Yes.
Black men did. Black men, we worked our ass off changing that narrative of black men ain't shit and black men don't take care of their kids. We changed that narrative. That narrative is dead, been dead. So it's not on us no more. Our women have to do their part now. We did ours. Yes, it's a bunch of still deadbeat dudes out there, but women raised them because of what we talking about. We got to start somewhere. So we just asking for the black women to take y'all's part in this and say, just as much as y'all
Yeah.
want men to get on other men,
Yeah.
women need to get on other women and say, y'all need to do XYZ and not just always default and point at men and say, because y'all supposed to be the leaders. But again, y'all don't listen. Everybody know that women really don't listen. Black women don't listen to black men at all unless we having sex with them. That's it. and they don't even do it then all the time. So you're not listening. They always say you got to lead right, but they not leaders. So how you gonna tell me how to lead? What? How do you know what's leading right and what's leading wrong?
Hmm.
Because of what you feel in this moment.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're going off of is what you feel right now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What do you say? Downtown said submission. She didn't bring that up in that podcast, that interview. She didn't bring that up at all.
No, they rarely talk about submission. But I think
That's
their
what I'm
idea
saying.
of submission is not what we think of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was listening to this other
Because they don't
podcast.
listen. They don't listen.
Yeah.
They listen to each other. They don't listen to us at all. That's my point. They don't listen. What we gonna talk? How we gonna lead somebody who don't listen? Have you ever tried to like imagine a little kid in a grocery store that don't belong to you?
Right.
They mama talking shit to you, telling you know what I'm saying, and you trying to tell this little kid what they did wrong right now. How you think that's gonna go?
Shit.
You in a grocery store, this little 5-year old,
Just
6-year old
a
was
random
doing,
mama out of nowhere, and you just you know how this gonna
and you
go.
just corrected her child,
Shit.
but her child was dead wrong.
Now, when we was growing up, it would have went a different way. But in today's
That's my
time,
point. That's my point.
she's not going.
I can
She's gonna
remember
have
that
something to say
shift.
about that.
I can I can remember when that shift happened. I think I was in like middle or high school when I start seeing young mamas come up to the school and argue with the teacher about what the kid did or didn't do. Like full out arguing, you ain't gonna talk crazy to my child, and like, come on now. Women did that. So, hey, this what we got. So they gotta do their part. They gotta take that accountability. They got the freedom. So with the freedom comes some responsibility. This is the responsibility that you have.
But I think a lot of it too
That's what
is we didn't lead like we were supposed to been lead, and that's what a lot of it became, and that's why I believe they lost trust in us. That's why they stopped listening, because you had a lot of dudes that was choosing the streets, they was choosing everything else, drugs or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? But
if we gonna give all this credence to women being so intelligent and supposed to be smarter than men, we understand what has been going on historically against men, black men, for this to happen. Like, if I tell you what I'm gonna do to you, or if I've been doing the same thing to you for 200 years, I've been doing this over and over and over again. So we see what the problem is. You gonna go do it anyway. You
let,
gonna
let me
follow
ask you this.
along with the issue anyway.
Let me ask you this. You
Yeah,
say the problem is they don't listen, right?
one of yeah.
So if that's one of the problems, why is it that we in dysfunction too? So obviously we don't know how to
Cause
lead. Because if it was just them
cause
not
we got
listening, it
raised
would
by them.
just be dysfunction amongst them. But it's amongst the whole community. So obviously,
No, bro, ain't no such thing as community with one demographic of people. What are we talking about? We have to have them
that's what
to
I'm
have
talking about.
a
So it can't just
to
be
have a
them not
community.
listening. It's got to be us not leading properly too from the start.
How can we lead? Like, okay, where
There,
did it go left then?
huh?
Where did it go left?
When the government stepped in,
Who took the government assistance?
we well, it depend on what you call assistance because we took the drugs that got us out the house. We accepted that shit.
We ain't talking about the drugs. We talking about the government assistance. You said
That is
what was the
government. See who you
problem? Where
think
did it?
put that shit in the hood? It wasn't us. We ain't on no
I,
ports.
okay,
So,
but
but
when
I
you
get
said
what you
government,
saying. You
when you
talking
said
about the
government just
housing,
now,
the Section 8, the that stuff. But that came. It was like all part
at,
of the same act,
come on, yeah.
all the
When
same
they when
agenda.
they did when they took the jobs out the inner city, when they start taking programs out the schools, and then because Government assistance came way before the crack era, way before.
No, well, you got to
Come
think
on,
because they
bro.
had heroin first. They was
You that's right.
freebasing. A lot came before the crack era. It was a lot of drugs.
That's I mean that was the whole hippie movement. That was everybody, not just black people.
Yeah, yeah. That was. I mean, the
The
Italians,
crack
everything.
era is what did us bad. Like everything else, we were doing drugs and we was doing all that. I get that, but the crack epidemic is what railed us as far as the
Mm,
drug use.
I don't know.
Crack is what did it. That was the '80s.
I've been
Government
watching.
assistance was long before that.
I've been watching Bumpy Johnson and all that nigga. That heroin was hitting us way before crack was. And this was the
It
60s
was.
and the 70s.
Yeah,
It was
you're right.
bad
Heroin was
before
a
the
real.
crack era. The crack era just went on and demolished everything. It completely
Okay.
tore the families apart. But what was already taking an effect was what they was already doing. The heroin effect. They
Yeah.
was moving all
I
that
mean,
shit.
yeah,
Then they
yeah,
started with cocaine, and that's when they developed into the crack. But yeah, man, we was already getting hit. So it kind of all came at the same time, though. You're right about that because the 60s is when they came with that housing act and the Fair Housing Act, and I forgot what the other one was. And then that's when they hit us with all that shit at the same time.
yeah,
But the
yeah.
focus
So
was on the family.
that's all I'm saying. They it's long been studied that if you separate the man and the woman and you focus on the woman, she's going to raise the child how you want to them to, like they want to be led. They want to be led.
That's what
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
saying.
Like by default, right? But
But
when
by
they
the
being
right
led by
person.
a government,
And what they feel
ain't
right
no such
now is
thing
the
as the.
right person. They done got that part confused, and we've allowed
That's what
that
I'm
to
saying.
happen. So we got to start changing what the
Allowed
right
what?
person is.
Allowed what? We can only do so much with this government attacking us too. We can't even keep it. We can't even maintain wealth and get and create for ourselves
The government ain't even got to
without
attack
them.
us no more. We doing it to ourselves now. They
At
shit
this
is set
point,
up for
yeah,
everybody now, man. Everybody is affected by these same
yeah.
laws.
But it was set up for us.
Yeah, these.
So
But now they done
right,
figured
but
out they can make money off all of us. They don't give a damn about
it's
color no more.
just it's shifted to poor people. But most black people are poor people. That's what I'm saying. It's the same system
Most
still
white people
affect us in
too.
the same way. It's some, yeah, but
It's a
there's
lot.
there's true. But I ain't worried about them. I ain't talking about them.
But I'm saying though, it's like so we can't in today's time. I don't feel like we can use that system or none of that as an excuse no more because the system is designed for everybody now. You know what I'm saying? Like it started
And
out for us.
everybody's failing. White people's catching up with the single parent
Everybody's feeling.
all that. So that's what I'm saying. But it's more us because it was designed for us. So it still affects us
No,
more
the
than them.
reason why it's more us feeling now is because we forgot about us in the future. The people that got what they got
How?
was only focused on right then and never thought
It
about
got
leaving nothing. And then that's why we don't cherish legacies and you know what I'm saying, like the passed down houses and shit like that. The grandkids sell them.
you right. But
You know,
it's everything starts somewhere. That's what I'm saying.
it's gonna start
It's
on.
the cause of it.
That's what we
So
do.
everything you bringing up is valid, but there it started somewhere. There's a cause for
Yeah,
it. And then it one thing I can give the white society as a whole, they have a great ability to create systems. They are very system based people. So when they come up with something, when they put you in a headlock, they have a system to keep you there.
that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? So um that's you know it yes it's partly us because it's a mental thing, but the mental part of it is being human though. They understand that aspect of people in general, much less us.
Right.
They have studied us more than we have studied us.
You
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
You
So
right.
they know what triggers us, so they just trigger us over and over and over again. How can you lead a group of people that's constantly triggered? You can't. That's
You
what I'm saying.
prepare them for the
So
triggering. See, the more that's why they hijacked the word woke, because we were waking up, we were awakening, and they put a stop to that by turning it into something else that it totally it don't even mean, right? So
How
if we get ahead of it and people start being able to recognize it, if we able to recognize it and teach other people how to recognize it, the more people that are able to recognize the play ahead of time, I think it. I mean, what can they do at that point?
that's what I've been saying. As far as a group of people, as black women, we see the play. We've seen it forever now, and you still choosing to do that and partake in it. That's what I'm saying.
I think now
That's
it's
what
it's
I'm
gotten to
saying.
a point to where it's so normal. It's a means of survival, and I think that's where women are at with their decisions. And if we got to change
They got to
because we
grow
in the
up.
same spot, huh?
We all got to grow up then if that's the case.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
that still goes back to, we need them to do their part. We
I agree.
can't pull and drag them when they march in the opposite direction. Right now, I can't
We
give a
don't
number. I
hear.
can't give a percentage or none of that. But it's a loud group of people, women, who are marching the opposite direction, and they are getting the ears and attention of more and more women,
That's
and they
true.
are
I
starting
agree
to
with
do the
that.
same. What are we? How can
That
I lead you when you looking the other way, marching the opposite way?
the only way that I feel like that's gonna stop, and I agree with you on this, is women gonna have to put a stop to that. And that's the ones that are tired of being related to that type of situation or to that type of persona. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna have to put a stop to it. They gonna have to start calling that shit at they homegirls, they sisters, they cousins.
Yeah,
Because us saying it, it's gonna seem like it's sexist or misogynist, all of those terms that they like to use.
they gonna fall out though. They
That's
gonna
what it
fall out and fight.
takes. That's what it takes.
I don't
Leave
know
their ass
of a lot of
behind.
women that will do that.
Because
As
at the end
far
of the day, they got to decide on what they looking for, what their whole goal is. And if it's
Yeah.
to keep going along that same route, then hey, so be it. But if not, make a change.
Well, I think the mindset, their mindset, I can't, say for sure, but I've heard some talking points. The mindset is, okay, what y'all was doing ain't working at all. We gonna try something completely different. We taking over kind of everything. So y'all need to jump on whatever bandwagon we got going on,
He
instead
said,
of us trying to focus on what y'all doing.
bro, that
That's
whole
what I've heard.
strong and
A lot of
independent, that shit fucked everything up for black women. That mentality that they had, and a lot of them don't even know where the term originally came from. That's what they would tell their when they were selling them at the auction. That they strong and independent and they can work without their husband and they don't need a man. They can work these fields. That's where it came from.
it. Is that where that came from?
Yeah, at them auctions, nigga. That's how they used to
God
describe their ass.
damn.
She's strong. She's independent. She don't need a man. She can do. And what's the exact same shit they say today? Because think about this.
Are
If
you
you
serious, bro? You made that up.
shit, I wish I did. I ain't finna say nothing and they can go fact check it. I can't come on here lying now.
Bro,
But
that
look,
is the wildest shit I've heard in the
a lot of
last
this shit be
couple
having
months.
slave terms to it. Like and we don't
Yeah,
even
that's
realize it.
crazy.
It's from slavery.
That's the strong black woman trope came from
The
slavery.
strong and
And they
independent.
s-
Yeah.
and they be screaming that shit loud than a bitch. Like, I'm talking about super loud. Well, not all of I will say this, it is starting to shift. I
Yeah.
have seen some of it with some start to shift.
But they
It
realized
seems
it didn't
like,
get them nowhere. But lonely. You might have been strong, but
yeah,
you wasn't strong long.
yeah. I am starting to, well, and I think also this is going back to black women getting roped into that feminist movement. Like,
Yeah.
white women were trying to liberate themselves off of, white men, and
It's
then
just
black women just jumped in. Yeah, fuck that shit, and then they got left on the island by themselves. And now you see white women and black women are arguing the exact opposite point in America, and
yeah.
it's crazy. Like, white women are feminists and trying to get away from white men, and black women is screaming and yelling saying we're not doing enough. Like the exact opposite. It's crazy.
That is crazy once you say it like that.
They
Um,
arguing literally, bro. Hey, go ahead, bro. I don't even want to keep. Go ahead, bro.
on another
Yeah,
note,
yeah.
man jumps off bridge at Spaghetti Junction along I-285 in Atlanta. You see that video?
I, s- I
Oh,
seen that
that's
shit. That shit was. I thought it was fake at first.
because
Um,
everything AI you
and
can't really tell. So you can't really tell right
Camille,
now. What?
Camille,
I'm gonna
sent it to
put you
me,
leading me.
and man, that shit is so crazy. Like,
Y'all on to something.
um, mental illness, mental
That's where I was
stress,
gonna go with it.
depression,
You hit
mental
the
health.
exact spot.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's chaos right now. But I will. I
You
I,
never
I
know
don't
what
even know.
somebody going through. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I
in today's time with social media and everything so in your face, you really have to be careful, with people. And even though some people might make it hard to be that way, you still have to be because I mean, this right here, this was
America and the people in it are like an exposed nerve. Like everybody's so anxious about everything that's going on. And this is what I was saying about human nature and human, like the psychology of people and how, you know what I'm saying? Like these governments and these people, they've been doing this for a long time. They know how to sway a group of people. And it's just human nature. It has really nothing to do with your gender or your ethnicity for real. Like certain things trigger certain demographics, yeah, but overall, like there's a way to sway a group of people.
right.
So, man, man, it's just
Approximately
I,
1 in 5 men experience a mental health condition each year. That's
I can see that. This it might be more than that. I'm sure it's a lot that don't even go to
that
get it figured
that
out.
yeah.
Cause I've been saying I'm gonna go to therapy for a
Because
couple
I
years
mean,
now,
that
and
was
I
the
ain't did
next
none of
to
that
say
shit.
men are less likely to be diagnosed with
I
mental
ain't
health
did none of that
conditions.
shit. Because look, okay, I will
Because
say
we
this
get
also.
told, we get told coming up to suck it up, hold it in. You got to be certain way. You don't talk about it. Black men, men don't. Black
Right.
men need to be protected. Yeah, but who gonna protect us? That's why we doing it because we got to protect ourselves now. At this point, black women,
We ain't at
hell,
this
we thought
point.
we had y'all in our corner, but from the looks of the night, I ain't gonna lie. It's some if there's this show that's on YouTube and y'all can go check her out. Her name is Reva TV. She be on women ass, man. Say she ain't she good with it. I've checked out a lot of
It's
her
a few
videos.
that's popping up. It is a few
Yeah,
that's popping up. Going back
I
to what
gotta
we were saying
shout her
about
out.
women holding each other accountable. It's a couple of them that come out and they get attacked like crazy by other. They get
Yeah, they do.
drugged by women. I'm talking about crazy. Even the ones that be on their side be getting drugged if they say anything out the way. So yeah,
You need to be loyal to be
that shit
protected.
crazy though. But I'm just saying this though, as far
Why does it always
as
have to be a
men,
condition when it comes to black men? Why we always gotta be something or give something in order to receive something for us? Because obviously there must be a female. Why can't he?
I
Black men need to be loyal to be protected. It's always us that
do
have to have a condition.
are black women loyal to black men to be protected? Y'all still want us to protect you, and black women are the least loyal to their demographic of men. I want to say than almost anybody.
Mm,
No demographic of I don't think well I won't say no that you can't be I can't speak in absolute, but there's hardly any Middle Eastern, Chinese, South American,
mm,
African. You know what I'm saying? Like a big mass of women saying y'all ain't shit
uh,
as a group of people. Are men. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't do that. And no other group of men has really been in the position that we've been in, being with the recent slavery and all that different type of shit, and how it's been kind of literally globally been perpetuated for black men to be at the bottom. Some for whatever reason, like we know and understand this. Black women say they know and understand and they got our back, but at the exact same time, they'll say shit like that. Y'all need to be loyal in order to be protected. What? What are you talking
No,
about?
no, we don't believe in cheating on their women. Why would we? Why would we believe that? That's not what we could saying here. Uh,
What's your angle with that? I don't get it. Are you telling? Are you, I maybe back to the loyalty part? So
yeah, I think so. But
So, Miss Wakanti, like like you understand that women cheat at a just as much or even higher clip than men, right? Every black man that I know has been cheated on by a black woman.
at some point in their life,
Do you want to argue that, like for real? Because I'm one of
if
them niggas
unless
that'll
they
sit there and
never
argue.
dated black women, it's I got a homeboy. He ain't never dated a black woman. I
That's
don't.
cool. Okay, so you that really
Yeah,
don't count. So you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
if the poll is zero, then there's no data. So, but But what I'm saying is because black women come with this, oh, you cheated on me, so you're completely disloyal, and I have to leave you and take your kids and make your life hell. Like y'all cheat too. Y'all just as bad.
Why? And see, that's another thing. Why is it that black women always have to have something in order to give something? Why can't you, why do y'all need to feel loved in order to give your all? I don't
I got
understand.
a hot
But
I got a hot take coming in because they don't love their damn self. They don't know how to love.
I'm getting I was sure about to ask, but
They don't know how to love.
oh,
That's this is why they look for it outside of themselves so often, I believe. They look for it everywhere. That's why I feel like they're not too good at character choice. You know what I'm saying? Like everything with them is you do something for them in order for them to like you. Everything, the whole dating process is men
but
doing something, doing things to make them like you.
in a way, wouldn't it be men's fault in a sense though? Hold on, hear me out.
I'm listening. I'm all ears.
Because if she don't know, like what you're saying, if she don't know what she's looking for, she don't know, they don't know what they choose, and they don't know the right choices. Do you think that could be because there was no father there to show them, or didn't provide a good example of what a man should be, so that way they could have seen it coming up and not maybe made some of those bad choices?
Yeah, obviously, yeah, yeah. But the thing is like that goes back to the conversation we were just having as far as I don't really want to get to strictly blaming one or the other, but it's like
Right.
that go both ways. Women leave the relationship just as much, if not more. Well, they do leave more than men. So
That's that. I mean,
how
that's a
does
fact.
so what do we? That's at that point. What are we talking about though? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, how many men do you know who have gone through situations where they wanted to see their kids but couldn't?
Hmm. I know a lot.
We we all know men who go through that.
Yeah.
So if black women were so grandiose and wonderful and yada yada and so great to us, why do we go through that so often?
Hmm.
That's all I'm saying. So all this black women need to be protected and we not doing this at the third. Black women do black men hella bad. Not
But I
all of them.
mean,
I'm
black
not
women are the most protected out of everybody in this country.
in America. No, 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 no.
When you
I
think
take that
about
back. White women, white women.
by
They
who?
don't give a
Wait,
damn.
wait.
The white
By
society,
okay, I would say it like this. If you're talking about
government.
as far as the law, I might agree with you. I agree with you on that. But as
Yeah,
far
shit,
as
yeah.
society, nobody really says nothing bad about black women because they scared of the repercussions that come behind it. It's always you know what I'm saying? The blowback. They don't really
I disagree with that. I gotta disagree with that one.
uh,
because you've heard the angry black woman thing for a long time. Attitude here.
That's
I
from
mean,
us
and
though.
some of it maybe. No, it ain't just us. It ain't just us. Mm-mm. They
Majority of
get a
us
lot of that
is.
shit from work. They get a lot of that from work,
Hell, they go to work acting like that.
regard regardless, regardless. So that's just what it is. So
Yeah,
I don't think it's just simply that.
I give you that one. Uh, so should men be as picky as women when it comes to selecting a partner?
I think we got to be at this point. We got to take more of that load if we gonna get anywhere. To what you were saying, as far as what we can do as far as to fixing this situation, as far as the what K Michelle said about black men. I feel like we can do more. You know what I'm saying? So
Aren't you
yeah,
saying black
we
women
gotta
are truly
be
disrespect? Yeah, but
we gotta
black
be
women are
super
disrespected
duper
because
picky.
they don't hold self-respect for themselves. Look at how they act in public, and then the ones that have a problem with it don't speak up until we say something, and then they say something to us. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think black women are disrespected like that.
I don't either.
I really don't.
That's why
When black women get praised, now you get a certain demographic of black women who get talked about, but even they get praised. Sexy Red, Cardi B, what we talking
the
about?
ratchet culture
Nicki
is praised
Minaj.
now.
The
So
ratchet culture is
that used to
is
be looked
alive
down
and
upon.
well.
It used to be frowned upon. You didn't acting like
Right.
that in public and letting people hear you talk like that unless it was Trina or something like that. But now it's
Yeah.
like
So
it's the new thing
yeah. So I don't know where you that they keep trying to come with that trope over and over and over again, bro. It's like
that they
y'all gotta
disrespect you.
let that
No, you disrespect yourselves.
and you
Y'all out
disrespect
twerking on
everybody
top of
else.
cars.
Black
You all in the middle of
black
the street
women
twerking. What the fuck?
black women as a whole, y'all don't take shit from nobody, and y'all let it be known all the time, even to where even if it's not you necessarily taking shit off of somebody, it could be a misunderstanding because y'all don't listen very well, and you go completely left on any and everybody, whoever it is. There's no control over black women at all, period, by nobody. They mama. How many times have you seen a mother and her daughter fist fight because you can't tell the daughter shit? How many times have we seen that? You can't tell a young girl nothing. Nowadays, you can tell a young dude something before you can tell a young girl something. A young woman will go crazy on you.
Yeah,
I'm talking about will probably try to fight you more quicker
yeah.
than a young dude will.
A lot of them now have more. Uh,
What's up, James?
they act more like dudes now. Hey fellas,
That's
what
what
up?
I'm.
But I'm
I
over
won't
here.
even say that's more like dudes. I don't want to say that's more like
They have
dudes.
they have they have
They just
that.
more. They more
It's the
emotionally
mentality.
aggressive.
It's the
It's
mentality.
emotional aggression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of that comes from fear, I believe, though. And that boils back to
Fear
us.
of what?
Fear
Fear of
of
what?
not being led properly, not being where they want to be. A lot of that is self-induced shit because they be really they be really projecting a lot of their shit onto us, is what I believe.
You know what? I just heard a term. I think is. I want to make sure I get it right, and I'm gonna make sure I look it up later too. And I'll send it to you. But I think it's called Zionism or something like that, where
I heard of
you
that.
like you. It's like where you can be in somebody's face and they will convince themselves of this lie to your face, to themselves, and still make themselves into the victim, even right in your face while they're lying to you about something. Like it's a weird. I gotta look up the factual definition of it. But yeah, that be happening a lot. You'll be I've seen it too many times on in person, on podcasts, all that, where you'll get a woman who, or a man too, really, but
Huh?
they'll basically everything that they do, they'll say that you're doing right there to them right now.
Right.
And it's like
Oh, I've dealt with
it's
that
it's
before.
it's crazy. It's like it make
Yeah,
you feel like you
I done dealt with
crazy.
that before. That is, and
It
you'll
make
be
you feel
sitting
like
back
you
like, what the
crazy.
fuck? That's
Like
when,
what is happening right now? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And that be
yeah,
happening a lot.
yeah.
That be happening a lot.
More often than not.
Right. That's all
Uh,
I'm saying.
you're right. That's a weird situation too. So, do you feel like if we can't get them to listen, they don't trust our leadership? Is the black community now headed for destruction? Then,
Yep. We fucked, bro.
damn.
Black America. It's it's slowly turning. Like every so often, we slowly get our shit together. But I don't think the government, whoever, will leave us alone long enough. And I think now, at this point, I think it's going to be so many other things going on that divides us in so many other ways now that
Hmm.
black people won't ever really get along well enough as black people because there's so many other things that divide us. Everything divides us. Everything. So, and then we're, the only hope we got, and I always say it, the only hope we got is focusing on these young kids right now. These grown motherfuckers is toast, bro. If you ain't got it by now and you in your mid 20s and up, you toast. Can't nobody say nothing to you. Let that
Mm,
shit go. I know you be
yeah.
trying to say the world, but fuck that.
Look, I'm telling. I mean, we can't.
Fuck that.
I know, and you
Nah,
know, I
hell
always
nah.
do say somebody gonna be left behind. We ain't gonna be able because it's gonna be some that just you just can't change how they think. Their mentality is what it is. But I
Them,
still
yeah.
think that if there are a lot that if they see what we trying to do and they see it and see a bunch of men starting to come together and making the change and you know what I'm saying, and it becomes a trend like a movement. I believe that more people would jump on it, but they just don't see it no more. The last thing, everything that we see now, anything positive about the black community is from either the 60s or the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Like Martin,
What did
Rosa Parks.
after they killed them people off, after they killed Malcolm X and after they killed Martin Luther King, they said there will not be another great influential black person unless we make them that shit. We can't do that no more, bro. They're not gonna let it happen. So that's why I'm saying that
Yeah,
way it can't happen that way.
it
They
can.
not
It's
gonna
just
let it.
it's a certain way you got to go about it. You can't go about it making it seem like that the Malcolm agenda, we damn sure can't take that route because they, you know what I'm saying? The Panthers agenda, you really can't take that, and we damn sure don't want to take Martin agenda because that ain't got us nowhere in the last 60 years. So you would have to go about it, I feel like, in a different way, and that would be through infiltration.
Possibly. We don't have a blueprint for this because
We
like you
do.
said, the last time it was done was so long ago. Times were completely different. We're not fighting the same battles no more. That's the disconnect between the older people and the younger people.
We
We not really we understand it because we understand the system that got put in place and why it was put in place. But the young people didn't see that. So all it is just a system to them. So as long as they can avoid the system, they don't care. So they don't care about what the older people talking about when it comes to the racial component of it. That shit is over with. You got to
Yeah,
go
because
at it from a
they
completely
don't really
different angle.
deal with racism in the way that we did. So we
Right,
can't use racism. That's dead now.
right,
A lot of people don't even care about that. You know what I'm saying? That angle no more.
for real,
That's just a lot
for
of
real.
them politicians and shit and celebrities that push that shit.
That still use it
Don't
because they
nobody even talk.
understand how to sway people
Let me ask you
because
this:
they get.
in a
Mhm.
regular conversation, you talking to somebody, have y'all ever just brought up reparations? Not somebody that you talk to that you know you talking. We might would in a conversation we talking about, but
Yeah, it depends. It's very particular on the person, but no, in general, no, hell no.
so that lets me know that those are the same people that keep pushing for those same agendas. We got to be the
Yeah,
ones to
yeah.
change that shit. If we start
You
talking
know
about,
who?
go ahead, go ahead.
You, you know who pisses me off?
Who?
What's what's that old dude name that been around? It's like two or three of them
Al
that been
Sharpton.
around. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton,
Jesse
uh,
can't
just
do shit now. That motherfucking weird
just
shit.
a bunch of nothing. Just that 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 age bracket of black men.
That's who.
They
That's
are
who.
who. That's who did
Yes.
it. Them.
Yeah, because they had our
Them
grannies
them
believing in their ass.
deadbeat
You
niggas
couldn't
what
tell
didn't
my
do
granny
a
them shit about
motherfucking
Jesse
thing.
Jackson, especially when he ran for
Like
president.
I'm just saying that whole age bracket of men during that time
Yep,
period,
I agree.
they didn't do shit.
They got
Like
paid.
that's it. And they didn't do shit and they didn't pass it down to nothing to nobody. It's
Nope,
just random black people with money.
they was there to make sure we didn't get out of hand. So they would send them in to control the crowd. We gonna march. We gonna do like we did with Malcolm. See, they wasn't nothing but a new age Malcolm because they knew all his tactics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But see, I don't know. Again, that was
they
just
didn't do
old school
shit for the black
tactics to
community.
no, they didn't do nothing. That like I said, that whole not even the men and the women from that age group is just trash to me, bro. I'm sorry. If
No, no,
them that not every individual, of course, but
no.
overall as a generation of people, I think they call the baby boomers or whatever the generation is, them and right after them, I think maybe. Them
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers is terrible, bro. Terrible.
Trump
They
not
didn't do
feeling on that
them
now.
was the first group of people that was selfish and didn't think about nobody but what they wanted to do. Every generation before them grinded and did whatever they needed to do to get the next generation forward. Get us out of slavery, get us out
Yeah,
of whatever,
that's
whatever,
it.
whatever.
But that's the
But soon as
generation
they
that got hit with everything, like the drugs. They got Malcolm and Martin got killed. You know what I'm saying? Like they got hit with a lot. And then I just saw this video, bro. They still had slavery going on in the 50s and the 60s.
certain places,
Yes, I didn't know.
it's
I was
crazy
like,
to think of that.
what?
Yeah, they I seen a documentary on that on TV at once upon a time, but yeah, even up to close to the 2000s, they it's still small little pockets where
Hmm.
people is so out the loop to where it's they'll just much rather be a slave than to try to go and do anything else. So they
Yeah.
just people are still slaves. Yeah,
So since you
I
say
mean
we
shit,
focus,
go to jail. Shit, go to jail. You a slave.
yeah, you damn sure get you a number because you ain't gonna have no name. You gonna have a number.
You damn right.
Uh, you say we
And your
focus.
name is boy.
Yeah, everybody named boy in that motherfucker.
Everybody named boy.
But you say we should focus on the kids, mainly the young men. How do you change the mindset? How do we change that mindset up?
You got to put as many positive examples in their face as much as possible. I always use this analogy as life is a canvas, is art, right? So each everything that happens in your life is a brushstroke in painting the picture of your life.
Mm,
So the more positive brushstrokes we can put in these little kids' life, these young men's life, you know what I'm saying? Um, the better that they gonna fare out when they get older. So I give this one example. I was driving and I just happened to pass by a school and there was some little kids, walking to the school or whatever. But one of the little kids was kind of walking in the street off the sidewalk because they wanted to walk next to each other. Some little kid shit, I don't know.
yeah.
So I took it upon myself to stop and talk to him, get him off the street, whatever like that. And long story short, come to find out, like, that little kid knew somebody else that knew me or whatever the case. And so just that, just me taking a couple minutes to say, hey, stay out the street, make sure you put your little sister over there and you over here, and just little shit like that. Like that little kid, that little boy still talks about that. That's been some years. You know what I'm saying? So just those positive brushstrokes in their life. Just try to be positive in these little dudes' life. Just try to be positive. You don't have to be no ideal role model. Just try to be
Right.
positive. Give them the information that you know you wanted and that you needed when you was young. That's it. And don't be bashful about that shit. Be direct. Like go talk to these little kids like they your little cousins, nephews, nieces, some shit like that. That's what we got to do. We got to get to that.
That's where it starts.
Yeah,
I agree. We got to meet them where they at. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with the
yeah.
kids.
The
They love.
kids, man, we got to focus on them kids, bro, because we keep focusing on these grown ass people that don't want to listen, and we ignoring the little kids that's growing up to do the same shit they doing
Yeah.
because they didn't have the guidance. We focusing on their damn mama and daddy. Fuck them. They made their choices. Let them figure it out. Focus on them kids,
But
and
it always goes
you ain't
back
gotta
to
take them out.
it always
Go
goes
ahead.
back to how can you focus on the kid and not the parent too. You know what I'm saying? Because like you just said earlier, how you can't even really chastise a child that you don't know without their mama having something to say. Like with the grocery store example you said earlier.
Right.
So how
So why
can
why
you
are you talking to her? Why would what do you think talking to the mama gonna do at all? Then talk to the
how,
little kid.
how you gonna justify that? How you gonna talk to a kid without talking to her?
I'm not saying like be overbearing and try to seek out little random kids. I'm not be
No,
saying
but
be
what
weird.
I'm saying, so you saying start with like kids you know and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
But even with kids you know, you don't think the parents gonna feel a certain way, or you got to make it
they
seem
might.
like it's something else, like a program or something like
Nope.
that. Or you just
Nope.
what you?
Very direct. Just it don't have to be nothing spectacular. Just little things like just give little corrections. People, young kids want to be led, just like women do. They want to be told what to do, so they don't have to. Well, not because so they don't have to think about it, but little kids don't have no frame of reference at all. So they you just give them little little tidbits like I said with what happened with that little boy. I don't need to go talk to his mama about that. Hey, little dude, stay out the street.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. That's different. But
That's all I'm
that
saying.
ain't nothing they gonna carry with for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll remember. Oh, he told me to stay
It
out the street.
could. You don't know that. You don't know that, bro. All you can do is from where you are, reach out to the little kids that's around you, and try to give them some low key guidance. That's it. That's all you really can do. You can't
Mhm.
make them do nothing. You can't force their mama or their daddy to listen to you. None of that. So you just give little corrections, give them the guidance, and as time goes on, they'll see for themselves what they want to do because that's what it boils down to. You giving them options. You giving them different patterns to follow in life. That's all it is. They gonna make their own decision regardless.
Yeah, when they get old. Now, how old you talking about? Because it depends. Now, it's a certain age. Yeah, I can see if you saying like teenagers. Yeah, that's different. You,
No,
but you saying
no,
younger than that,
little kids,
they gonna be heavily
little
influenced by the
kids.
parent, regardless, because the little time you spend with
That's
them or
fine.
whatever the correction you give them, they just gonna go
Uh-huh.
right back home. And what if they keep that same habit going?
Well, what you think
How do you?
the teenager was doing? The teenager has already had that clear up until a teenager,
Or
so
maybe
he
they
don't know
have it.
nothing else.
Maybe they have it.
Oh, okay, maybe the little kid haven't. Then
But what
that's
I'm
what I'm
saying,
saying. A
in either
teenager's already set in
situation,
their ways.
even with the teenager, you
They more
still
set
got
in their ways.
yeah. That's why I say it's still in some form you're
Lit-
gonna have to deal with the parent. And I just say
I
include them in a
disagree.
way. You don't have to. They not the main focus. You know the main focus and the priority would be the kids to get the kids to change their
Mm.
mindset growing up, and that's how we change the future. But as far as the time being to be able to get to the kids, we gotta go through the parents.
I mean, it depends on what you try, what the goal is. I guess we got to get or like what I'm saying. What the direct objective is like is the goal to like corral a bunch of kids and try to get them to do something specific? Because that's not what I'm talking about.
No, I get what you're saying. Like even with the one-on-one situation, say like I got a little cousin or something, and I want to be like a mentor to him, right?
Nope, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Because that may That at that point you have to involve the parents. So I get that, and that may be a good way to go
Yeah,
about it
because
too. That's cool.
any other way, it's not gonna
But
be enough to stick if it's just a one-time encounter. You know what I'm saying? Like
you don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that.
these kids
And
ain't like
and
us.
again,
They mind is
hear
everywhere
me
else.
hear me out though. That's what you think. But as a young kids are still the same. Like they don't start to change as far as the time goes until they get older. Little five, three
Mm,
year old kids is the same now as they was 10 years ago,
no, they
for
ain't.
the most part. Other
Mm,
than technology, they the same type of kid.
shit, these kids advanced now.
Technology, because of technology. Yeah, they are. So, but overall, they minds like they're still it's still a blank. You still have to teach them everything.
Hmm.
They don't come out knowing shit. It's all in what you
But
teach them.
who is teaching them the
I'm
most? That's what I'm saying. Where they being influenced the most is
You
with them
can't
young
control
children.
that.
That's what I'm
You can't
saying.
control that.
So in order
And
to,
you can't. So if they're not gonna listen, what's the point? If the parents not gonna listen, what's the point? Because if the parents wanted to do something different, they would have did it already.
maybe they don't know how. Maybe they ain't never had an
Man,
example. I'm just saying, it's the same thing with the
it's
kids.
2025, bro.
And
Hell
a lot
no.
of people are
Hell
lost
no.
with no direction and don't even know how to find a
That's
way.
because that's because they want to be lost with no goddamn
But that's
direction at
because
this
in the
point.
black community, we wasn't taught a lot of the things though. We figured out a lot of stuff, but a lot of people didn't. Man, I'm telling you, listen, I talk to a lot of people, and they it's a lot that they just don't know. It didn't get passed down or didn't get taught throughout the generations. Our grandparents didn't know. It was a lot they didn't know. They was just going with the flow. They was told to don't question nothing. You know what I'm saying? And they even taught us that you don't question that. Don't question God. Don't ask. So it's a.
I get you. You got a
I
point.
feel like it
You
was
have a
just a
point.
lot that we should have known. You would think that we would have known, but for sure, social media
Um,
is in a chokehold.
yeah, like to the point where little kids is contemplating deleting themselves off of what's going on the internet. That's crazy. Like, just turn it off. They don't
Hmm.
comprehend that. They're still children. So I don't know. I think everybody got their own method. I don't have the patience for grown motherfuckers with bad attitudes.
That's what
I
see.
don't.
That's what it boiled down to you. That's different.
I'm not doing that. I'm not fighting with you to get you to do what's right
Oh
for
no,
you.
oh no.
I'm
I'm
not
not finna
doing that.
fight with you. I'm finna tell you what.
That's that's what you're gonna have to do with these motherfuckers. Are you kidding
Then
me?
don't focus on them because there's a lot that you ain't gonna have to do that
So
with.
what's gonna happen with their kids?
Same thing that was gonna happen anyway.
Not if you giving them an option to go with.
But
If
you
you are
you
if you are a positive if you are a positive symbol, anything of anything
the kids gonna
they have to draw from, to pull from,
they gonna follow that.
huh?
The kids. Okay, so
That's what I'm
so
saying.
okay, so I see what you saying. You saying like focus on the kids, and that way that'll be the change. But my thing, I'm just saying, like, how can we maintain that within that kid if you're not at least teaching the parents something different too, or at least showing them so they could at least start learning something different, or you know what I'm saying? Like it, I just don't see it because the especially with the mama,
It's a
they are
process, bro. It ain't got nothing to do. These motherfuckers is gonna be the mamas that we talking about. Us, we probably gonna be old, dead and gone, all that shit by the time it really take effect. We gotta start thinking past right
that's what
now.
I'm
We gotta
thinking
start
of.
thinking for the future. So that's what I'm saying. Fuck these grown people that's grown right now. Focus on their kids.
But the
The deadbeat people that don't listen, they kids is gonna have to grow up. We gotta find some type of way to be visible to these little kids so they can see something other than what's directly in front of them. So that
but
maybe if we get enough of them in that age group, by the time they get to high school and get grown, it's a thing. It's already it's
but guess
common
who's gonna
because
be
you
done
can't
picked
do
up on
stuff
it
by
by that
yourself.
time though? The parents. They're gonna if it's our if it's still going on by the time you say by the time they get that old, it the parents gonna know who they listening to or what they got going on, and they gonna start to pay attention to it. So then they're gonna want to know. And if you're doing something to where maybe say you're doing something in person, they're gonna want to show up too to check you out.
Maybe that's not no guarantee though. Just because your child is interested in it, don't mean that you're gonna be interested in it.
Shit. I don't know how these parents be thinking because if my child interested in it, I'm finna see what it is.
Have you seen these motherfuckers in school? You got
Yeah,
kids, right?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Have you been to their school and seen these heathen ass
yeah, yeah,
kids?
yeah, yeah,
Well, okay, what we talking
yeah,
about, bro?
yeah.
These motherfuckers is
But
crazy because they parents is
you
crazy.
gotta you gotta understand my kids in a different school though. So they parents is there, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't it's
I get that, but we talking about the public school with these motherfuckers that we talking about. We even at them
even that though, bro.
prestigious
I
schools.
can't agree because parents are showing up now more than ever, and it's more parents wanting this for their kids now more than what it used to be. I think a lot of those stereotypes is that's 90s early 2000s shit. I don't think it's like that no more, but it's just being pushed to the forefront because that's what the agenda is still wanted to be. But at the end of the day, I think it's more parents that want change and better for their kids that's being given credit for.
Then they won't have a problem with you wanting to be a positive influence for their kids.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
they
So
are,
that's why I
if
say
they
you got to go
already,
through them
if they
first.
already, but if they already thinking like this though, they wouldn't. You wouldn't have to say anything to them, and their kids wouldn't be like that. We're not talking about the ones who are already like-minded. We talking about the motherfuckers who ain't.
But you need them too in
That's who
order
I'm
to
talking
show.
about.
That's the show of force. Because you get more that's like-minded, that'll start changing the ones that ain't like-minded. Because one thing about it, they ain't gonna want to be left behind if they start seeing a lot of black people changing their life, especially if it's people within their circle and they like, oh yeah, we doing this and we doing that because of this. What shit? You don't think they gonna want to do it too?
Maybe it's possible, but
Just
that I think that's a big. What is it gonna take to get that ball rolling for it to snowball like that?
men,
Doing
men
what?
changing their
Doing what?
mindset. First, that's what you got. That's the
Changing whose
first thing.
mindset?
Then uniting as one, and then showing that unity and teaching it to younger men. A lot of men got sons. I ain't got no sons, but a lot of dudes got sons, and they want better for their sons too. We start with them.
But I'm okay. I
Other
okay.
parents will follow in once they start. You know, black folk got to sit back and see what it is first. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be a lot of that going on. But then
You,
once they You don't you I'm just telling you, I think it's a lot of people that want this more than it used to be because they
I
tired of
think
the way
the
things going.
I think maybe more of I think people our age get it. Kids disrespectful as fuck,
Shit
but
you.
uh, but people our age want it. People our age understand it, but we pushing 40. I'm talking about the ones that's in their early mid 20s right now.
They want it too.
That's who we got to focus on, and some of them do, but
I get what you're saying. I
them
think of,
motherfuckers is radical and they dangerous, bro. Have you ever tried to save a pit bull in the hood?
mm,
That motherfucker might attack you,
mm,
right?
not knowing, yeah,
Because it's scared of you, right? And the environment that it's in is scary, and it don't trust you, and all this other shit. The same stuff that women say about men right now.
right.
So how can we expect a positive embrace if we doing whatever? We gonna get bit.
Great. Uh
Just say
I
it.
seen this question, it was trending. I wanted to ask it. Chat, I want to ask y'all too. I want y'all to answer too. If all humans, all people lost the ability to lie, what industry would die first? I got a good one. I want you to go. I'm gonna see if you. Hopefully, you don't say
What
it.
industry would die first if could nobody
If
lie?
nobody could lie ever again, what would be the first industry to go? Or I would
I
say,
mean, it would have to be entertainment. It will have to be. If you can't lie, well, okay, what type of lie? Like verbally lie,
Yeah, yeah.
or is it like
Verbally, lying, period. Verbally, they say healthcare. Ooh, insurance would damn sure have to go.
healthcare? Ooh,
Lawyers.
shit, that's a good one, Marissa.
That's lawyers damn sure would be gone. Anything.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me just give you this. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Because I felt that way too. But I heard a
Okay.
lawyer have a conversation, and the perspective that he gave helped me understand. Like he said, like he was like, because he got asked like, why do you defend people who murder people or murderers and stuff like that? He says, I'm not defending the murderer himself. I'm defending his right to a fair trial
Right.
for his murder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that now, whether that's bullshit or not, I don't know. But I saw that, I heard that, and it made me think of it differently. Like when you, this is why people look stupid when they try to represent themselves in court, because as a civilian, you trying to defend something. You know what I'm saying? You trying to defend yourself from getting accused of something. What a lawyer is doing is making sure that the judge, the court, the whoever is following the letter of the law based on the facts that are given.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's
Yeah,
different.
they making sure everything is done correctly, the right way. And if
Right. So
not,
they
because it could be some
reference
shit we miss. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know.
some shit we don't know nothing
Right.
about. Yeah. That's why they always referencing like you know,
That's what I was gonna say, Marissa.
this person
Politics.
politics for sure. That's
Politicians would be
easy.
fucked.
That's
Imagine if
over.
they
Yeah.
had to get up there and tell nothing but the truth. Y'all, I ain't gonna do shit for y'all these next 4 years, but but just vote for
Just
me
look out for
anyway.
me and my family. Yeah, look out for me and my family one time.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
do shit
But
for y'all.
I don't think politics would go away. I think we would have like what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
They just wouldn't be able to lie about shit. They would have to tell
Uh,
us the truth.
yeah.
So
They say politics, legal professions, sales, influencer
definitely
marketing.
sales.
Marketing, yeah. What y'all
Marketing and
say?
sales. Yeah.
Why can't you say marriage? What? Ooh,
What?
marriage would that would be gone. Cause think about it. If you got to tell the truth, yeah, that shirt make you look fat as a motherfucker today.
Yeah.
There ain't gonna be a lot
What?
of
Oh my
marriages
god.
around.
There wouldn't be no kids. Women would not have sex with men if we told them the raw truth 24/7.
Hell
If
nah.
we couldn't ever lie, that's what running game is, the beginning of time.
You just had to
What?
tell the truth the whole time. Ooh, that would be. Yeah, you wouldn't.
Adam and Eve would have never made it, bro. They
Mm-mm,
would have died right then. It would have
mm-mm.
ended right then. Women ain't going for none of that. Cause it's all about how they feel. Yeah, they're not gonna feel good about what we raw think. Oh my
Nah, hell
god.
no. And then there's some there's gonna be something about them too. Like, nah.
What boy? Look, they
Like,
go
nah, you
hell
really
no.
wasn't that good tonight. It was you could have been better. Like, what the
Look, no,
think
but
about it. You ain't gonna get it no more.
I'll give it this spin though. What if women had to be brutally honest with us all the damn time? Boy,
I
look,
mean,
all the
your
time.
stroke ain't it's good, but it ain't that good. You know what
If
I'm
she,
saying? Like, it's a lot that would fuck our
oh,
ego up.
you ain't do what D Dut did.
I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying? You ain't hit it like he
I
hit it.
mean, don't
Oh
get
my
ahead of
god.
yourself now, nigga. Don't get ahead of you know what I'm
Oh my.
saying? Like,
Oh my
ooh,
god.
imagine that. The
Boy,
church,
no,
ooh,
hell
the
no.
preacher. Imagine the preacher. He ain't gonna have ain't now dough gonna be on the church because he ain't gonna get no business
Religion,
from him.
religion,
Religion would be
religion,
fucked.
religion will be gone from the
Mm,
jump.
mm. That would be a
Religion.
tough.
I think between religion and the medical field, healthcare. I think
Yeah,
between them
because somebody
two,
said that too. Who said healthcare?
Marissa did. Marissa.
Marissa so did.
Mm-hmm.
Downtown said lawyer, the popo, salesman,
The
the
popo.
popo. Yeah,
Them
because
lying
ain't no
ass
more
motherfuckers.
probable cause after that. We smell marijuana. Motherfucker, no, you don't.
Yeah. Hey,
They
did
hit
you
you with
see
that
they
all
got
the time.
this app out now? Where when they pull you over, they got like police apps where if they pull you over, you can push some buttons or whatever, and the screen go dim and it record and all type of shit. And then based on what the police is saying, it hears and records it or some shit. And then like a chat GPT almost with the AI shit. It's like it is able to tell you what the real law is in real time.
Mm.
Like, because
We
police
need
be lying
that.
their ass
Yeah,
off
they
when they
be
pull you
lying.
over.
You would tell them
Yeah.
something you know is you just read it, and they be like, "Nah, that ain't the truth."
Uh-huh. And they'll jump on you, tase you, mace you, all type of shit, thinking they did right. Yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
next segment that I want to introduce. It's called the Black Hall of Fame. We introduced it a couple segments ago with Dorothy Tillman II and her accomplishments, but this is where we like to highlight accomplishments that black people have done because they don't give us a lot of credit for really nothing that we did. We invented a lot of stuff.
All right.
We did a lot of stuff, and so I like to highlight that a lot of that on this show too. We're gonna have segments for that too. So this one is about a baseball player named Hank Bayless.
Mm-hmm. Hank
He
Bayless, I gotta give a salute to him, man. That's my go ahead, you can go ahead and do your thing, but man,
he
that's
was
my
an
homeboy.
American Negro League infielder in the 1940s and the 1950s. A native of Kansas City, Missouri, Bayless broke into the Negro Leagues in 1948 with the Chicago American Giants. He went on to play for the Birmingham Black Barons the following two seasons and finished his career with his hometown Kansas City Monarchs from 1951 to 1955. But he was selected to play in the East West All Star game. He's credited with giving Mammy Johnson her nickname, which is Peanut, when he faced her in the first professional game for the Indianapolis Clowns. So back then, men and women played each other,
I guess in
I
the
guess, in
Negro
that
leagues,
later.
yeah, they just was like, because we ain't never really been like, I mean, of course, some things, but when I look over to Africa and kind of some of the stuff they do, some of it be kind of patriarchal in that kind of hierarchy way. But as a people, we are a lot more open and seeing eye to eye with our women, Bob, far more than any other group of men.
Yeah.
Like I think more than any other group of men.
Man, think
So
about this. In the black household, who really run the household? If you being
the
a
woman,
the
we just be
woman.
falling back. You got it. I ain't about to,
What
you
every
know.
time when our kids come ask us, did you ask your mama? What your
Did
mama
you
say?
ask your mama? Yeah, by
What your
default,
mama say?
just so we don't have to deal with the board. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this what I'm saying. All this oppression shit. Like where the fuck did that come from?
That's
Like
that's
who the
that
fuck?
that's that that's
Who
the
oppressed
white
y'all?
women done and they done projected that onto the black women. Black women done ran with it. It's the white woman
And
who's
they fucking
silenced
fell
in her
for it.
house. She's always had no say so in her own house.
And nothing.
And that's
Yeah.
why that's the whole women's rights movement. That's where that came about because
Yeah.
they felt like they were getting underpaid. They just used
Yeah.
black women as the forefront. The whole
They just you
civil rights, all of that shit, bro, was for white women. The DEI, the affirmative action, that was to
all of
slide
it.
for jobs to their ass
I told you
because
they was
they
the
was
most
the ones
protected.
complaining.
I told you it was the most protected.
Hmm. That's why, yeah, I said
And,
by the
and that's
laws.
exactly what I meant. That's exactly what I meant. But yeah, man, they know how to just like, and from what I heard, they the initial push for it was because they wanted to take part in their they wanted to do what they wanted to do as far as the oppression and what they wanted to do was say because they got held and to a certain standard and got like a lot of the time when they would deal with black men, they would tell the black tell on black men as far as graping them and essaying them because they knew if they man found out they would be fucked, they would be toast. They wasn't allowed to really do
Yeah,
none
because
of
they
that.
wasn't
You know what I'm
allowed
saying?
to own
So
nothing unless it was left through them through marriage, I believe, or something like that.
you're right.
Or it had to be
Bank
from their
accounts, that
husband.
whole shit, all
Yeah.
that. Um, so yeah, man, that shit. They really they know how to sway a group of people just like the men do. They not much different. They just as fucked up as the men are. So They
Yeah,
just
they
know
were.
how to. They just right. They just can play that victim shit to a T. So
A
yeah,
lot of the
I
shit back then started because of white women. When you look at the history, I mean, Emmett Till Act, all of that shit. But
wars have been waged over countries behind that type of shit, bro.
yeah,
I'm talking about over countries. Yeah,
Hank finished with one of the highest batting averages of all time of 429. He
impressive.
only had 35 at bats. He had 3 runs batted in and 3 RBIs. I mean, yeah, he was decent.
Yeah,
But that to be hitting like I mean, that's a pretty high percentage.
that's what's up. That's what's up. But man, yeah,
I'm glad.
I'm glad
What's
we, you know
up?
what I'm saying, we took this segment. That's one of my close childhood friends. That's his grandfather or great grandfather, one of the two. And
Oh yeah,
man, yeah, yeah, my boy Henry Bailey. Shout out. I don't know if he even watching or not, but that's his great grandfather. His grandfather was something like that. And yeah, I just found out recently that that that's who, he was related to him. So I was like, yeah, we gotta highlight that for him one time. But yeah, we gotta do a better job of, that that positive reinforcement with each other.
yeah,
As men, we don't do enough positive reinforcing with each other.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just
Appreciate you,
highlighting each other.
Wakanti.
So
She said she enjoyed this show. We glad you came. You kept the engagement going. We appreciate that.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
hit that subscribe. If you ain't
I
subscribed,
wish
hit that
I
like
wish
button.
I could have tapped in with her about something else she said in the chat, because she had said something I wanted
She
to
was
touch
saying a
on.
lot. She was going
Yeah,
on.
that's what I'm saying. So I don't want to go backwards now, but it's
Well,
cool.
time for our next segment. This one is a
Yeah.
known one. We got a good one tonight. We got a good one. We did another one for the ladies. It's called Pass the Aux. It's where we go song for song with an artist, with 2 artists, and see who would win or who we feel like between each song would be better. And we
Yeah.
got Alicia Keys versus Keisha Cole. Who's
Ooh. Now see, I'm not gonna give no predictions off top. I'm gonna just go through it. I'm not gonna give no. I
Mm,
know Marissa gonna come with something though, but I know, I think I know who she gonna choose. But we gonna see. Come on, I'm with
that this one she probably an Alicia Keys. I already knew it. I was just gonna say she
you.
probably an
Yep,
Alicia
yep,
Keys fan. I already knew it. I'm
yeah.
starting to figure out
I
who
knew
she
that's where
like
this gonna go.
here now. She
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. We got Falling versus Should Have Cheated. I keep on falling.
And yeah, that was that her first big single?
That was our first one.
Yeah,
Looking
that mother was
good.
a slap, bro.
Sometimes I love you. Hey,
Yeah,
but
what?
then you got I might as well have
Yeah,
cheated
cameras.
on you.
Wait,
No, what you say? Lied
Keisha
to
Cole.
you as much as you accuse
Yeah,
me of
yeah.
lying.
All that. She said lie, cheat, all that. She wanted to do that nigga bad, bro.
She was regretting everything. She was like, I should have did this. I should have did this. You no good
Yeah.
motherfucker.
She said he no good motherfucking you. Yeah, but I gotta go with that Alicia Keys though.
I
That
was just
that
gonna say I gotta go with
that
Alicia.
motherfucker
Bro.
was
That
too. That
falling was
motherfucker was.
different.
That was a whole wave for a long time, bro.
Yeah,
What? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That
That
was a
that
good one.
really that really pushed her into a whole nother.
I don't know if that was her first one or this next one. You don't know my name. You don't know my name. I don't know if
No, that wasn't the first one.
that was
I know that wasn't it. That was later on. That was
baby,
yeah.
baby,
That was maybe
baby.
yeah, yeah. I think that might have been maybe the following album after her debut one, or maybe they was on the same one. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that Fallen was her first big single. I'm pretty
And
sure.
then we got hold on. I'm trying to see. I can't remember how this one go.
What's the name of it?
I changed my mind, Keisha Cole. Let me see how it sound.
Mm.
Oh, I changed my mind. Oh yeah, I remember that. I don't love you no more. I remember that now.
Oh, I never liked that song. I'm sorry.
She you know what I'm noticing? She ain't never had nothing positive, did she? All her songs was she was breaking up with him, she was done with him, she ain't want him no more. Like that's why she's single now. She should have cheated. She don't want him no
I
more.
No, Keisha Cole had a she had a
I got some more. I'm just just
okay.
talking shit.
But you know,
But I'm gonna go with
that be most of it though. Most of the music, be
yeah.
that
It
woman
ain't
hurt.
meant to be positive.
It ain't never nothing positive. Don't seem like since the '90s.
I'm gonna go with Alicia on that one too. That's 2-0 for me.
Yeah,
Alicia.
yeah. That we got to go with Alicia on that
We got.
one. Yeah.
Hold on. This one's still playing. We got Alicia Keys. If I ain't got you.
Oh, okay. That's a classic
Yeah.
too. Man, Alicia
Yeah.
Keys got some. Oh
Alicia
man,
has some hits.
yeah,
I
she got
started
some
to.
hits, man.
You don't know my name had me wanting to make somebody some hot shot with the milk.
Yeah, the hot chocolate,
Right.
bro. What the fuck? What was he eating in that damn video?
Mm-mm. I
He
gotta see
had
how
hot
that one's
chocolate
saying.
with some nasty shit.
If I ain't got you, if I ain't got you, baby. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I remember that one now. Then we got
Hmm.
Keisha Cole, Let It Go. The way you should, let it go. I'm
Oh,
about to
okay,
go with
yeah.
Keisha on that one.
I like that one. Yeah, that's a good. I like that
I'm
one.
about
Now
to
it's
go with
tough.
Keisha on that one.
I like that
Alicia
Alicia
do got
Keys
some
song
classics.
too, but yeah, but
You got Let It Go
that Keisha,
versus If I Ain't Got You. If I ain't got you, baby.
that's such a good song though.
It's so
Fuck.
wholesome and so just so loving.
You know
Just
what I'm
so
saying?
so
That's what we
caring.
need. This is what we were just talking about. This is what we
Fuck
need.
that. Let it go today. We going with Keisha. You just talking about it. Ain't no helping them. Nigga, let it go. Fuck.
Hey, low key.
I went with Keisha on that one though.
I'm gonna go
She
with
ain't
Keisha on
gonna
that one too.
love you the way you should. Let it go. That one
That
jammed
was
to
just
me.
such a catchy ass song.
It
That
is.
that was the shit. That's one of them.
What?
Hey, that's one of
Camille
them
said
ones
Alicia.
I blasted.
Ooh, that's
I
tough.
can see
Johnny
that. I'm
said
not
Alicia
offended at
too.
that. I'm not offended at that.
Yeah.
But that's one of them Keisha Cole. That's one of them songs you would blast, but then if somebody passed you
You
hearing
turn it
that shit, you
down real
turn it down
quick.
a little bit. Yeah, you can't let nobody know that you listening to it. But
You
that's
know,
low
that's
key
the
your
one
shit
you
though.
blast while you going down the highway, but once you get to the light, you turn it down a little bit.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I gotta switch to my rap shit then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Saying that motherfucker to yourself. Okay, we got, we got. Oh shit! This. Hold on. Let me hear how this sound. I know y'all gonna be like, "What you doing?" We got Alicia Keys, "A Woman's Worth."
Mm,
Hmm.
okay, that's a
I
classic.
gotta remember that one though. Hold on.
You don't remember that?
It's not coming to me right now, and I don't
Man, I
know
can't
why.
wait till we get to the point where we can maybe play a cool little snippet of it to where everybody all, across the
We would
board on
have
the
to
same page.
purchase. We would have
We
to
gotta buy
purchase
it.
the license,
Damn.
and then you gotta. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You would lose if you choose. Yeah, I remember it now. In the real place, when the real ones
Hmm.
can't deny a
Classic. That's a
woman's worth.
classic, bro.
Okay, yeah, now that was jam. Okay,
Classic.
okay. Now we got Keisha Cole. Shoulda let you go. That one
Shoulda let
featuring.
you go. Yeah. Who was that?
That's the one with Amina. That beat jam.
Yeah. Yeah.
That beat on that one. You can hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know the song. I know the song. I like the
That
song.
one,
Yeah,
hey,
but I can. I heard
That was
that
jam
was a good
though.
one. I still got to go with that Alicia on that one though,
Oh
because
no.
that's close though. It's like right there. It's right there.
Ooh, that one jam.
It is.
I
Damn.
might have to go with
Mm.
Keisha on that one.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at
I
all,
might
bro.
have to go with Keisha on that. What
Yeah,
y'all think,
yeah,
chat? Y'all the
yeah.
tiebreaker on this one. Somebody said Keisha.
Alicia. It looked like
Alicia.
Alicia, bro.
Damn, y'all,
Yeah,
y'all,
it's Alicia. Yeah,
y'all kicking
yeah.
Keisha ass tonight. Okay.
Man, Keisha Cole not on her level for real.
It
For real.
no comment. Camille says she don't want that. That's a tough one. That's a good one. Well,
Yeah.
we got this now it's really gonna be hard. Alicia Keys Diary. You remember that one?
I feel like I do.
It had Tony. Uh I can be wait, how it go? Your secret is safe with me.
Oh yeah,
Say
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
oh
yeah.
woo.
Ooh,
That was jam.
yeah. That's. I'm picking
I
that
don't
one.
know, you might not just yet. Because we got Alicia Keys. I mean Keisha Cole, my bad. Love. Love. Never
Oh, I
knew
got about that
what
damn
I
song.
was
Never knew.
missing. But I
Yeah.
knew that. Yeah, I
What?
told you. You ain't picking yet. Hold on now.
Yeah.
So we
Damn.
got
I
that's tough.
I gotta go with
That's
Keisha
tough.
Cole on that one. I'm going with Keisha Cole on that one, bro.
Ooh.
That's my
Ooh.
motherfucking shit. I gotta go download that.
They
I'm
say
going to
Alicia?
download.
Or is that
Everybody
the
saying
most?
Alicia. Everybody,
Dang. So
the
Alicia
chat saying
wins
Alicia.
tonight?
Yeah,
Chat
Alicia
say
won
Alicia.
tonight.
I
Yeah,
can't wait till we can do a poll. When
a
we gonna
real
be doing these
poll.
as a
Yeah,
poll, y'all really get to
yeah,
vote then.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, Alicia
But
song is an anthem. That diary over
yeah,
love is an anthem. Love is an anthem too now. Now it was a lot of. I mean, you gotta understand who Keisha.
I think love. I think it depends on the type of person you're talking about. Love was like the young ratchet girls back then who really gravitated towards that. Alicia Keys always grabbed the Jill Scott, Erica Badu demographic of women. She always took them, so if you more of the down to earth type of girl, you gonna go with Alicia more often, I would think, just by default. Keisha Cole, especially that song, she was more the young ratchet girl because she came in with the hairstyle that all the young ratchet girls did and all that. So it just depends on kind of who you're
Keisha
talking
Cole,
about, how you
yeah,
feel.
she was
Yeah,
like
she had that hairstyle.
she had a hot moment. She what about 5 year run? She was
Hmm.
she was
Hell yeah.
she was
They were saying she was the next Mary J.
Mary
Blige,
J.
but she had
Blige.
fell off
So
after that.
nah, she didn't quite hit that level.
Yeah, she didn't
Uh
hold up to that because Mary J. on the. We should do Mary J. Blige. I don't know
Mary J.
against
Who
who.
y'all want to see Mary J. go against? That's a
Marissa
good
and
one. We'll
Camille,
do that one
y'all give us
for
some. James, give
Friday.
us some. Yeah,
We'll,
James.
we'll have Mary J. and James. Who you want to see? Yeah, we'll do that. We got our next segment. So, Alicia won that one. I mean,
Yeah.
seemed like the only people kind of went with Keisha was me and Camille. Mary J. and Badu. Ooh, you think she can hang? Can
Dang.
she hang? Does she got enough to
I
hang
don't.
with Erica
I don't.
Badu?
Who? Mary
Keisha
J.
Cole.
Joe
Keisha Cole,
Badu got
cool.
enough to hang with Mary J. What you talking about?
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant to say. Do
Oh,
Badu
okay,
got
okay.
enough?
Hold on.
I know she
Mary
got Bag
J.
Lady. She got Tyrone. She got.
She got some shit. Erica Badu got some shit, but I versus
I don't
Mary
know.
J.
That's a
I don't.
tough one.
Yeah. Come
I
on,
might
we
have to
gonna do
look
that
into
one
that
because
one.
that's gonna be tough.
I like that
We
one.
gonna have to.
We'll look into that one. Mary J and Badu. Keisha Cole, cool. Some songs in my opinion,
She ain't
but
got
she
shit on
ain't got
Alicia.
shit on it.
No, she don't. She don't. I
Nah,
don't think
not
so.
going song for song. You see it.
Nah.
We've had some ties though. We've had some that was like,
We didn't have some close ones. We didn't have some
yeah.
real close
But
ones.
our next segment is classic or just average. Where we
Yeah.
dive into our old movies and see if they were remade today. That's what I need to start saying. Remade today. I think that's what's
Remade.
going on.
Yeah,
They were
yeah,
remade today,
yeah.
different cast with a modern cast. Would they still be considered a classic? Same storyline, but
Hmm.
more modern, up to date cast. Would they still be considered a classic or just average? We got
Yeah.
Paid in Full. What you think? That had that. I mean,
That's based on a true story.
yeah, it
That's
is.
not that's not a whole lot different from the Meech thing right now. So I think it'll
Is
still
that
be a
jumping
classic.
right now though? I mean,
That
I ain't
series,
checked the ratings on it.
I don't
I've
watch
seen
the series. I don't watch the series, but I think it's still.
classic.
I seen a trailer for the series, the whole thing. It looked like it's cool. I mean, but even look at Power. It's the same concept.
It's
It's the
saying
same
yeah,
thing
as
overall.
power.
So yeah, I think it'll be good.
So who gonna
Yeah.
play Makai Pfeiffer? We got Cameron as Rico, Makai Pfeiffer as Mitch. You got Woody Harris as Ace. Who those three? Who we going? I mean, you could probably get Young Boy. What you think? Play Cameron role as Rico?
Nah, he ain't smooth enough for that. He a little radical
What about
little
Dirk?
motherfucker. Maybe a dirt.
Dirk could be
Maybe a
Dirk
maybe a dirt.
if he
Somebody
acted.
a little more cool with the shit than all the aggressive, psychotic shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the Rico character, he was a smooth. He got out of pocket on you quick,
Yeah,
but he was a smooth type of dude, though. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
he was a, you know what I'm saying?
But I don't know.
Look,
In
yeah, he
his
was.
interviews, Young Boy kind of like that though. When you listen to him talk, he don't really just come off like that. Just his rap and shit until you piss him off.
Maybe. Okay, I ain't really watched no interviews, so I can't say. I don't know. I would say maybe like that
What
little
about?
the little NLE Chopper, that little young dude. I think he
Oh
would
yeah, yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He could play
I think
that.
he could play.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. Um, I
Uh,
had somebody else in mind. I just lost it though.
that's two.
Oh. Oh.
Hmm. That like
Would you throw a Chris Brown in there just for the fuck of it,
to
just for
play what?
popularity wise? Which role would you think he play? The Mitch
I
role?
get it's already a light skinned nigga in it. Give him Calvin. That's the dude. Woody
Nah, don't give him
McCain
Calvin,
could play
bro.
Mitch. Could play Micah. Who is Woody McCain? Let me look him up.
Oh, I think that's the dark skinned dude. I think he played
Woody?
huh?
Oh, Woody McClain. Is it McClain with an L?
I think I know who it is.
Yeah. Yeah, he could. I can see that.
Hmm.
And he played Bobby Brown, right? Is that him? Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
might be
him.
thinking of somebody
Yeah,
else.
he played Bobby Brown. That,
Oh,
that-
dude that played
I
Bobby
like that one.
Brown. Okay, yeah, okay. I was thinking of somebody else, but yeah, that's
I
cool.
like that
That
one.
makes sense.
That's a good one.
So yeah, I think Paid in Full would definitely be a classic again.
Yeah, I say
Like
classic too.
they could remake one right now and it would be a classic. Like the same
Yeah,
story because again, these was real people. Like all these was real people that went to jail, came home, all that, died, got shot. So like they could remake it all that same storyline, the same everything right now, and I think it'll be good.
I
Like,
agree.
cause sometimes you'll see a movie and you may not want to see a remake of that same movie again. Like the first time was cool, but don't do it again. I think Paid in
Yeah,
Full. I think
it's
Paid in
quite a
Full
few
would
of them.
be one of them ones that could be remade and still be good.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, but I think that might be one.
What about All About the Benjamins? Classic or just average? Cube, Mike Epps. I can't remember who the females were.
That was the
I
Hispanic
remember
lady. Shit,
Eva. Wasn't
Eva
it
Longoria.
Eva?
No, not Lori
Eva
Gordon.
Mendes.
Eva Mendez. Mendez, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
The girl that played in Hitch. You remember Hitch with Will Smith?
Yeah. That's her.
Yeah.
He's got her.
Oh, man, that movie was so
Valerie
damn
Ray
funny,
Miller.
bro.
Huh?
You know how many roast sessions I was in and we used them jokes out that damn movie? Oh my god. Your
Yeah.
hairline back, you know what I'm saying? You'll never find. Bro, man, that shit was so fucking funny. Damn. If they remade it though, who
I'm
would be
trying.
the
I'm
cat? Who?
thinking of the storyline. I don't think it would. I think it would be a good Netflix movie, like a good Prime movie, but not theaters. Nah, I don't think it.
No?
Cause nah,
Why not? Why
I
not?
don't think it would
I
be
wouldn't
a
say
classic.
I wouldn't say classic, but it was still going to theaters though. I think it
I don't
depending
think
on
it.
who's
I don't
playing
think it
these
would do
roles,
good.
I
I
think
don't
it
think it would
would.
do good
I
in theaters. Not like it did with us.
I think it
Cause
would.
this came out in what 2002. Yeah,
Early
yeah, that was
2000s,
my
yeah.
senior year.
But Mike Epps and that's no different from Ride Along almost. Again, like
Ride
it's the
Along was what
macho
10, 15 years ago.
Ride
You
Along was
never
what?
seen all about the Benjamins. What? What?
I'm not gonna address it. We just gonna move
Oh,
forward expeditiously.
oh my God. I don't even
Cause I
damn. Well, I'm glad you came to the Black Club. We're gonna introduce you to it. Now you can go and go watch it.
but okay,
Camille.
so here
Yeah.
check this out though. Check this out. What if Ice Cube and Mike Epps just did a part 2 right now? I think that should be tough, bro. I think that'd be tough.
The only reason why I say okay, if it was them two, it would do
Hmm.
it would be decent because of our generation that's what we same thing with Friday or say they like the Bad Boys, House Party, anything that was from them, we gonna make sure it is. But if they remake it with new
Right,
characters,
right.
it might
Okay,
be like the Lion King. You know what I'm saying?
right. That was so fucking disappointing. And they
Man, I was
remade it
so
so many
pissed off.
fucking times. Like, why the fuck
And
did they
then this the
remake it
thing,
three, four,
bro.
5 times?
They changed the songs. We went there for the songs. I know they didn't think we was going as adults was for the animation. We wasn't fucked about that. We went to go
Right.
sing the Circle of Life, and you
Man,
know what I'm
look,
saying,
fucked it up,
man.
bro. Fucked it
Yeah.
all the way
So
up.
that's what
I on that
would be
point
a
I gotta agree with you then. I agree with you on that stance. But All About the Benjamins ain't that type of movie though. Anyway,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just not.
But
So I don't
okay,
think if
well,
they
who will we get
remade it,
if we
I don't think
remade
if
it?
they remade it. No, not if they remade it. Because I think that, like I just said, that's one of them ones where you don't want to see it again. Like if it came out for the first time, or if they did like a cameo with Mike Epps and Ice Cube right now, like a part 2, I think it would be okay. But just remaking another one, no, I don't think nobody would want to see that shit.
Mm, depending on
No,
who they get. I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't know who you could get to play Cube part. That would be tough. Do you feel like House Party 3 was the best one? Three?
Nah, I can't give it to 3. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I mean, Bernie was funny, but
But
shit, the hell, the
yeah,
daddy, the daddy that whooped his ass at the end of the movie was funny too. In what was that, one or two?
I think that
One.
was
That was one where he first snuck out the house, right?
yeah.
And he thought he slipped back
What
in,
was
and
it?
his daddy
What was that comedian's name? That's the dude that did
he
Baby's
passed.
Kids. He
Yeah.
passed. He the one that did Baby's Kids. I forget his
Uh,
name. But RP to him, man. He was hilarious, bro. I watched some of his stand up from back in the day. He was hilarious, bro. we had some
Yes, he
great
was
talent
from
back in the day.
Comic View,
Yeah,
Apollo, not Apollo. What was the one that was at the
I
Apollo? Showtime. No,
I
not
think
Def
yeah, I think
Comedy
he did.
Jam. I'm thinking of Def
I think
Comedy.
he
Robin
I think he did
Harris.
all
That
of them.
was his name.
Robin Harris, yeah, I
That
think he
dang
did all
chat
of
be
them.
on it.
We appreciate y'all too. We appreciate
For
it.
real.
But yeah, I think he was on all of them at one point or another.
You might be right.
Yeah,
Cause
at
I
some
mean
point.
he was Bernie Mac before Bernie Mac.
Before Bernie Mac was Bernie Mac. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Dude was funny.
he was he was Bernie Mac 1.0 basically, and then
Basically.
Bernie kind of took it from there.
And he
Yeah,
took it
for
to another
real.
level. But Robin
Yeah,
Harris was
yeah,
funny too in his day. I would say, yeah. I don't know. I don't think it would be a classic today. Now it'd probably be a good BT Plus. Tyler Perry can put it on his shit. We got John Q with Denzel.
that's a
Remember,
classic.
that's where his son was
His
sick,
son was sick, and he held a hospital
and they
hostage, and he
tried to
wasn't talking
tell him
about
there
his
wasn't
son.
no other.
Ain't that just like what kind of what dude did with crashing that car
Rodney
into the
Henson.
police officer? You see how triggering it is right now. I think
Yeah,
it'll be a classic.
I think. Well, who the hell gonna play Denzel role?
You can find somebody to do that.
Shh, let me
Who's the
see.
light skinned dude? The light skinned dude. Michael Ealy, I think.
You never watched John Q? But what is going on with the chat tonight?
James,
Oh
what the
no, chat.
I love
Y'all
y'all,
got
but
some
what
homework
the
to do
fuck
now.
is going
We
on?
got to get Camille to go watch all about the Benjamins and James watch.
Yeah.
You gonna like John Q though. It's kind of you got to get yourself ready for it.
James, are you a father?
Yeah, if you're
James,
a
are you
father, he's
if you a father, bro, it's going you gonna feel
gonna
it if you
touch
a
you.
father.
It's gonna touch you. Uh, yeah, I would say it's still a classic. It
You can get
depends on who plays. Hell, get Denzel's son. His son a damn good.
I
That's
don't
who
know
was in
nothing.
Tenet. You ever seen that movie
Who?
Tenet?
Uh-uh.
He's just short as hell,
Uh-uh.
but
Slow down, bro.
Dead President. We did Dead President last week, but we said it would definitely be a classic today. I feel like it would.
That'd definitely be a classic for
Yeah,
sure.
but we did that one last week. My father of an autistic son. Oh yeah, you would.
Go watch it. I don't want to say nothing else about it. James, go watch John Q whenever you get a
Um,
chance.
you got Kimberly Elise that was in it. She be in a lot of
As
good
the mama.
movies.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That would be a classic.
Who
Ray Liotta,
would play her role? Who would play Kimberly Elise role
the mama.
right now?
Cause she had, they the ones they called her to call him on the hot. That would be.
That would be a powerful kind of
You would have to,
back and forth
yeah, you
scene.
would have to deliver. Cause I mean, she acted her ass off in that movie.
Hmm. I don't.
We did Jason's lyric too, Dwayne. We already
Yeah.
gotta go check them episodes out. I can't remember which one specifically, but
Yeah.
yeah, we already hit that one. Kimberly Elise, who would play the mama today? Ooh, we got to get a list of actors that's today. I'm like
I got somebody. I got this young lady in
Regina
mind.
King. Is she too old though now, right?
She too old. We trying to get people from this younger generation to
Yeah,
resonate
yeah,
with the
yeah.
younger people.
Regina King, she with us. We know her how great she
She
is.
might
That's
be
her.
older than Kimberly Elise. Shit.
That's
They might be
what
the
she
same
might
age or
be.
she might be older.
She might be.
But I damn.
But John Q, I think yeah, it would be a classic. It would definitely be a classic.
Uh
I
yeah, James, I seen Sinners. It was all right. It was cool.
Sinners.
It was average. It was average.
I did a video about that. Of what I thought about Sinners. Because when the Asian lady jumped her ass out there because she was really mad that they had turned her husband. She was trying to save her daughter from getting turned. I get that part, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just 'cause she the one told them all to come in, and that's what I'd have waited their ass out. I mean, hey, whoever wasn't in the barn, you was just wasn't nothing we can do about it. But I would have told
Yep.
them to come in,
Yep.
and we'd have waited to daylight, and we'd have had at least 12 hours to figure something out.
You you sure right about
Halle
that, bro.
Berry, I haven't seen Sinners. Was it good? Yeah, it was good. If
Shit.
you like vampire movies and subliminal messages,
Halle Berry,
they too old.
they too old. I
They
don't
too old.
think.
Yeah,
I think Halle
Somebody
Berry
more like
could try,
I don't see.
but I don't think Halle Berry could get that.
Nah, ever since Halle Berry played in Gothica, she was never the same. I think that role did something to her.
That's true. But I do like that movie a lot,
It was
though.
good.
I will say
It
that.
was good. It was
It was a good
different,
ass movie.
but it
It was a good
I
ass
think it
movie.
fucked her up. See, but I would say probably. Oh shit. Oh, what's the name? I would man. That Camille hit it just on point. That's exactly who I was gonna say. Journey Smollett.
Who?
I don't know if I said her name, but I
Who is
think
that?
it's Smollett. Damn, what does she play on? She is in a lot of good shit. She could
I feel like that's who I had in mind
the
a
chick from
second ago, but I
Witchcraft
couldn't think of
Country,
the name.
yeah. But she also played in something
Yeah.
else. You know, Jesse is her brother, and you know what he known for Empire
Yeah.
and the other
Yeah.
shit. But you know, but she would
Is
be a good one to play in that
yeah.
role.
Okay.
That's a good. That
Okay.
was a good one. That was
Okay.
a good one. We got Men in Black.
Didn't
Will,
they?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Didn't they just come out with another one not too long ago?
That was some.
They got like 3 or 4 of them now, right?
Yeah, that was some years ago though.
A couple
Men
years
in
ago.
Black 3.
The original Men in Black, if that were to come out now, I don't know. Aliens is still a hot topic.
And that's the thing with
So
all this Anunnaki and reptilians and boy, Men in
yeah,
Black might be viewed totally different today.
it might be viewed totally different. Yeah, yeah,
With all these
yeah,
theories, conspiracy theories, and aliens walking amongst
yeah,
us and
yeah.
Men in Black.
Yeah. I don't
But
even know if they would allow, depending on who did it and what they was trying to depict, the government might even try to come in and try to
fuck
dead
that
some of
up.
that.
Yeah. They gonna
Yeah,
change that script. They nah, y'all can't tell this today.
that might be too
Too
big.
specific.
Like
We wasn't on that back
yeah,
then. You know what I
right.
mean?
We was just like on some
We was
ET
enjoying
type
the
shit,
aliens.
but
We know we had got
yeah, but
Independence
now
Day and
right, right,
shit
yeah.
like that back. I don't think it would be appreciated. Mm. But I think yeah, today it would be. It might not. It might. Well, hell, who gonna play Will? Who gonna play Tommy Lee Jones? You got to be K and J.
Who could play Will Smith?
Please don't nobody say Jaden because that motherfucker can't act.
No, hell no, not him. You got to find somebody. You know, Will Smith back in the day was that dude. Like he was
He
the
was.
corny
He
dude,
was.
but he
It
was
was
still that nigga
Denzel,
though.
and then it was like Will as far as the top movies for the black
Yeah,
artists. Because Will,
yeah,
every movie he dropped was number one back then.
yeah. Will Smith is that dude. Don't get it twisted. So yeah,
Yeah,
we have
Will
to
was.
find somebody who is that caliber of that caliber of actor. Um,
They don't have that today.
we young kids, they really don't. They don't have none
They
of that
don't
right
have those type of
now.
actors,
We
the
can probably get
Wills, the
somebody close
Martins.
though.
Well,
Um,
yeah, they came with Journey. It's just probably somebody we're not thinking of. Sure, Chatter know. Who y'all think Chat would play good in Men in Black today? What's the name? The dude. What about Brandon T. Jackson?
Brandon T. Jackson. I don't know about that. Maybe
What y'all think, Chat?
I don't know about that.
I
Cause
mean,
cause I really feel like the character was like it was funny, but it was like still somebody you took serious. Like it's a difference between like being funny in the movie and being a character that you just don't take serious. Like your whole character is a joke.
and
You know what
I
I'm
think he
saying?
done kind of got typecasted with that.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
that
Like his whole
yeah.
character is a joke. Like, he wouldn't be taken serious as the character.
He would
So
have to do a different role before he did Lakeith Stanfield. Who the hell is that?
I'm not sure who that is.
Lakeith Stanfield. Let me look him up. They got these names, boy. I don't even be knowing who these folks is. That made me feel old.
Well, we old out here, dog.
Oh boy from hold on. He played in the Book of Clarence, Judas and the Black Messiah. He was in Get Out, The Harder They Fall.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we did Above the
Hmm.
Rim too. I think we did that one like 2 weeks ago or 2 episodes ago.
Now we did that. We
Last
did that
week? That
the
was
last
last week
show.
too,
The
right?
last
Yeah,
no,
last
that I
show.
think that the last
Cause today
show. Yeah,
Monday. See, it was Friday. No, it was Friday or Wednesday. One of them last week.
today
Yeah, Lakeith
Wednesday
Stanfield. He a damn good actor. He pissed me off in Judas though,
for
and the
real,
Messiah. Boy, he
for
had
real.
everybody mad at him.
Hella mad. Hey, I think he went through a real life thing. Like I
He
heard
did.
they was talking to him about
He did. That
how he
affected him.
yeah, it affected him real life. Like people in his life maybe was even, you know what I'm saying, really treating him a certain type of way, and he was feeling the way about himself in the role, playing the role. So, but yeah,
And then Dwayne said he gonna find the movie we ain't
he gonna
did
find the
yet. He
movie.
gonna find
Romeo Must
something.
Die.
Now we ain't did that one yet. That's a good one. The Leah and DMX,
Who gonna play the
Jet Li.
Chinese? Who gonna play Jet Li? Ain't no young
We ain't got no
Chinese
Jet Li or Jackie Chan today.
man. They old now,
Oh wait, no.
man. I'm
The dude that played in Shang-Chi in the Marvel movie. He's an up and coming Asian actor. He can play that role. He did
who?
good in that movie. I mean, he ain't known like you know what I'm saying, but
Man, you
let me
funny.
look his name up. Shang-Chi cast. He was Simu Lee. Simu Lu. Am I saying that right, y'all? I don't
Hell
know if
no,
I'm
you
saying
not.
that shit right. Simu Lu.
Hell no, you ain't saying that right. I can't even
Simu. It's
see
either
none
Simu
of that
Lee
you
or
ain't saying that
Simu
right.
Lu. It's Simu. I know that much. Or Samu.
We don't know who that motherfucker is,
Samu
bro. We
Lu.
don't know who that is.
Whatever the fuck. And it had Aquafina in it. But he could play Jet Li role. Because I think this. I remember reading that he was kind of trained by Jackie Chan as far as the stunts and you know how to do all this shit
I
like that.
mean, it's plenty of people who can do the stunts, but I mean, are you going? I mean, Jet Li wasn't all that. He's all right. I don't know. I like Jet Li. I'm a Jet Li fan.
Jet Li or Jackie Chan?
I'm a Jet Li dude. I'm a Jet Li over Jackie Chan dude. Yeah.
I don't know about that one, man. I mean, Jet
Jackie
Li. My
Chan has the
favorite
better
movie of
movies.
his. Oh shit, he do got quite a few good ones. I like the one though, where he had
The
to fight
one
a
was
bunch of
yeah.
himself. That
Right,
motherfucker was
yeah,
bad.
yeah, that was dope. That was dope. But I mean, I just feel like Jackie Chan got the better movies, but I like Jet Li as a
Jackie Chan,
actor and artist better.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Jackie Chan
that's
more
all.
comedy too.
Yeah, he be getting his
I
ass
just-
whooped in a lot of his movies, so that's
he do.
it's all fake. But I'm just saying, Jackie Chan be getting his ass beat
Jet Li
sometimes.
too. Damn.
Jet Li be what? Oh,
But
what she
Men in
say?
Black. Oh, who she say? Lakeith Stanfield. I like that. Okay, but who would play Jackie more
Jackie is
versatile? Yeah, that's true.
he is more
He is.
versatile. Yeah,
He is.
yeah.
Who would play Tommy Lee role in Men in Black? White guy. Hell, it ain't too many.
Yeah, no, it's some. I can't think of some name. I can't rattle their names off, but a couple faces popped up in my head though that I can that I've seen recently on like commercials and shit. I think. Oh, but it's a couple young white
Ryan
actors
Reynolds,
that can. No, hell no. He gon' hell no.
Bruce Lee over all them. Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, of course. Bruce Lee. But you know,
Well, Bruce Lee is and Bruce Lee is by himself.
he
Bruce Lee
he's
is
like
Michael
he's
Jackson.
like Michael
We can't put
Jackson,
yeah
Denzel.
yeah
He's that of his genre.
right.
For I
He's the
mean,
pinnacle of that facet of that
martial
niche,
arts.
whatever it is. Right. He's the
Bruce,
pinnacle of that. Everybody after them is
yeah,
trying to be that.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
that's by default.
That dude, they say that
That's
dude
by
was so
default.
fast they had to tell him to slow down so the camera could catch his movements.
Well, okay, this was the 50s and the also 40s and shit. So
They're gonna
I'm sure he was
exaggerate them stories a little bit. I mean, I'm sure he was
not
fast.
even not exaggerating, but their cameras was old and big and raggedy as fuck probably. Like so I'm sure he
But
was really
hey,
fast. I'm sure he was the shit. But as we all
hey, that
know,
man,
back in the
hey, that
day,
man he had to slow down for the cameras. He was so bad. That boy, that was cold, man.
yeah,
That- we got okay. So we saying classic on Men in Black. I think they said classic
yeah,
too.
yeah.
We got
We struggling finding some names, but I think it'll still be a classic no matter what.
yeah. What about yeah? Because the white dude, Chris Pratt. Oh no, Ryan Gosling. I like him. He could be
Who?
serious and
That
Ryan
name sounds
Gosling.
so familiar.
He
What did he
played
play in?
in The Gray Man. I think that's what it was called.
I haven't seen
That's
that.
that shit good. Bruce Lee was the man back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah. He
But
still
we
is.
got Money Talks.
With Chris
Charlie
Tucker and
Sheen,
yeah.
Chris Tucker, Charlie. That shit was funny as hell.
Who
And he
would
said,
play
"I'm
Charlie Sheen?
whose son he say he was?" He told him he was
Rick Damone,
Rick Damone. Yeah, I'm Rick
a,
Damone Jr.
a straight white dude. This is crazy. But okay, so I mean, clearly DC Young Fly is gonna play Chris Tucker. Who gonna play Charlie Sheen? Who gonna play that
uh
role? Ron, no, maybe
if you
Ryan
do
Reynolds for that one.
DC,
If it's
now
since
because
it's a
then he would
comedy,
be too old for DC. If you're gonna do DC, it gotta be somebody that's
that's young.
around. Oh, what's hold on, let me figure it out.
Hmm.
The dude off Saturday Night Live,
Right. Not Jimmy Kimmel. Uh,
Pete Davidson,
hell no. I'm like,
Colin Jost. I don't know, man. Now, because Charlie Sheen was a father in that movie, right?
right. No, yeah, none of them. Like it got
Nah,
to be somebody like again, like another. That's what another one of them roles where it's like the character itself is a
I can't
respectable
stand
person,
DC.
but he
I'm
just
fine.
has jokes in the role. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He cracks some jokes, but Charlie Sheen character was a serious person. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
So
that's
it
tough.
would have to be somebody that you looked at as serious but could crack a joke at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like it couldn't be just a goofball ass person.
Well, it wouldn't
Oh,
be Ryan Reynolds because he
right,
kind of looked at you
right,
don't look at him seriously. I would
right,
say,
right.
shit, hell, that would be Ryan Gosling again. I
Yeah.
don't want to keep saying his name. Or what about now
I
Leonardo
mean,
DiCaprio too
I
old?
don't think
Oh, Leo DiCaprio.
I I think he could get that off. I think he could maybe still get that off
You think he too old?
because he was in corporate America. So people in corporate, yeah, he can still get that off.
That
He can
wouldn't
still
be
get that
bad
off.
though.
I'm
Yeah,
sure there's
yeah,
plenty of
no,
people
he
you can
wouldn't be too
find
old because
still.
he is playing a father. That's right.
That's yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
think
then
it's
you
still
have
other people you could possibly get, but it wouldn't be too bad.
he wouldn't be bad in that role.
Yeah.
We got How High.
Uh, weed always gonna be a classic for your boy.
Especially, and it's
So
legal now.
I'm
See, it
high.
wasn't even legal when it
I'm
came
high
out
right
for
now.
us. It's legal now, so the storyline could go
Right.
totally different because you just have it
I
in a place.
mean, damn. That's true though.
Yeah, because if you have
Mm,
it in a setting where it's well, that would
mhm.
change it because wasn't they selling it at the
That's what
school?
I'm saying. That would actually fuck up the storyline when you think
Yeah, that
that
damn
fucks
show
up the
would.
storyline now that it's everywhere and don't nobody need to go to them to get it no more. They can just go to
No,
random
that would
stores.
change it. Yeah, the dad from Ozark. Who's the dad on
Damn,
Ozark?
so it got to be average. Oh yes, him. Yes, yes. I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name, but yes, him for sure. I don't think that
Jason
would be a
Bateman.
classic though. Yeah,
Jason Bateman. Dang,
yeah.
I ain't think about
Cause he
that.
got that. He's serious, but he got that snarky,
He
smart
can do
remark
the
type of.
witty comedy.
Yeah, he
I didn't
perfect
even
for that
think about
shit.
him.
He
That's a
perfect
good
for
one.
that shit.
Who said
He
that?
perfect.
Marissa. Well, y'all came with it tonight. That's a good one.
They own it.
Okay.
But I don't think How High will be a classic though. I think
They tried it already
a YouTube Tubi movie. Yeah.
and fucked it up.
They,
But
uh-huh.
this that storyline
I
was
don't think it
trash.
will. I don't think
If you're gonna try to remake it, at least well, no, that wasn't a remake. That was a part two, right? That was How High Two.
Right, yeah, yeah, yeah. It
No,
wasn't an
no, no, no,
exact
no, no,
remake
no.
of the
We
original
do the
movie.
remake.
But I don't think it would resonate because you don't have to
I
go to nobody specific to buy weed.
well, you
So the
still do in some
storyline of it.
states.
I mean, yeah, but well, maybe because it was still college, like whatever the storyline before they got to college would have to be different. But the storyline in college, if they was in a certain state that don't allow it, it's plenty of them
Yeah.
that still don't allow it. So maybe, but I don't think.
Or what the way you would change it is they would probably have to start their own dispensary or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you change it that way and make to where college students still coming to them. You know, they're a college student that started their own
But
dispensary or some shit. But I don't know.
okay,
Like that would be the I don't know. I can see that
that would
way.
change so much of it. I don't know. Maybe
eh, it
I
would
can't see how high being
it'd be a
different
pretty
though.
good Netflix movie. It
Hey, I
damn
think it'll
sure
be a
wouldn't go to the
Netflix.
theaters.
Yeah, it would be.
Uh,
Yeah, one of them low budget. Whatever.
well, that's all I got for us tonight, bro. Chat, that's all
Oh,
we
okay.
got for y'all, man. We appreciate the engagement. Y'all done roll with us tonight.
They rolled with us a cool little while tonight, bro. We was
Yeah,
kind of
y'all did
rocking
that.
for a
We went
minute.
over 2 hours tonight. Didn't even realize it.
For
We
real.
usually don't go that long, but I don't mind as long as y'all engage it and y'all enjoying the show.
Yeah, I
Um,
appreciate y'all for tapping in like that. The chat was on fire
subscribe
today, bro.
if you haven't already. Subscribe, turn on your notifications because we are here Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Yeah,
Oh
right on
shit.
time, right?
There go my light. It's about that time.
Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Y'all check us out. Y'all stick with us. Turn on your notifications. I think I already said this. Share this, like this, subscribe to the channel, and that's it.
And Marissa stayed through the whole thing this time. She used to be having to dip out.
So 3 hours. I'm here already, James. We
Yeah.
appreciate it, man. We we just try to bring y'all something good, something different. You know what I'm saying? Not the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
as bashing and all of that. We have our little moments where we talk about men, we talk about women too, but for the most part, it's all about
Just some
love
real
and
conversation though.
unity.
Real conversation.
Yeah. We
None
really just trying
of
to
that
bring love back
bullshit.
and unity. Oh, you was off tonight. That's why.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Okay, that's what's
She
up.
usually have to go back to work. But
Yeah, right.
we'll be back
But all right,
Friday.
bro.
And since y'all said who did they say they wanted to see? Mary J and Erica Badu. Y'all sure about that one?
Mary Mary J, Erica Badu.
That's what they
We
said.
can
All
do that.
right.
We gotta
We're
do
gonna have that one for you. Mary
that.
J and
Yeah.
Erica. I like it. Okay.
I fuck with it.
But we'll see y'all Friday.
All right.